Fans, at this time, if you would please rise, remove your caps, and direct your attention to the American flag across the field. As Joy Wallace, a Campbell County High School member of the class of 1988, sings our national anthem in honor of our great country.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets wrinkling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1988 graduate Miss Joy Wallace, fantastic.
After suffering a blowout last week at the hands of Simon Kenton, the Camels are looking for revenge, and standing in their path is the 5-1, offensive heavy and defensive strong Dixie Heights Colonels. Can the Camels rise to the occasion and defeat the Colonels, or will they struggle to get the offensive going early? We'll find out tonight. Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Sluter, and you are watching Campbell County Media Central, home of the Campbell County Camels. Tonight we have a high school football matchup between the Campbell County Camels and the Simon Kenton Colonels. Joining me now is the one and only Doug Bagley.
Running late, Doug Bagley. How you doing tonight, Kev?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Ready for another exciting night of high school football. Another beautiful weather game, and should be a good one tonight.
Yeah. The Simon Kenton comes in here ranked second in points against, only allowing 68 points scored. And in the last 4 games, the opponent scored 7 points, 7 points, 7 points, and 6 points.
Well, it might be the opposite than of what we saw from last week with our offensive explosion. It might be more of a defensive game tonight. So the Camels, hopefully they can get out to a better start than what they had last week, and maybe that'll be easier on them as they look for a victory here tonight.
Fans, if you now direct your attention to the center of the field for the coin toss.
All right,
Captains
we'll
for tonight's game. First for the
50-yard
Dixie
line where they
Colonels.
will do the coin toss.
Number 4, Joe
and we'll get this game underway.
Raidenhausen.
It's
Number
an exciting
36,
night.
Seth
It is the
Capel.
Skyline
Number 50,
Crosstown
Brandon
Showdown.
Vaughn.
Free
Number
Skyline
57,
game of the week.
Brendan
Free Skyline for
Fitz.
everybody, right?
Right.
All right.
If you were at the stadium,
The Fighting
you
Camels of
received a
Campbell
free
County.
cheese coney.
If you're watching this a
Number
few days after the
56,
fact, you
Patrick
missed out.
Buckenmeyer.
definitely
Number 15, Avery Wood.
So we'll
Number 20,
we'll see
Dustin
what the
Turner.
coin toss result
And number
is.
74, Logan Schneider on the far side of the field. Captain Joe Kramer for 33, 28, Alex Howard, number 83, Jake Zabonic. Once again, tonight's honorary captains from Crossroads Elementary are students Paige Hedger and Matthew Turner. Along with 1988 Hall of Fame inductee and classmate Ryan Shepard. Tonight's honorary captains will receive a commemorative game keychain sponsored by the Campbell Athletic Boosters and Bonnie Oldendick. in the air.
All right.
And Dixie has won the toss and has deferred
and it will
to
defer.
the second half.
So the Camels will get the ball first. And they need to come out and score right off the bat to get this offensive charge going. They didn't get it going until late in the game last week, and it definitely hurt them in the long run. Did you know, minus the 3 touchdowns in the first quarter that Simon Kenton scored, Campbell County would have won the game last week by 1 point.
Well, it was really a tale of 2 different halves, and really for the first quarter on, as you said, Campbell County just kind of dug themselves into too big of a hole last week and weren't able to recover back. But definitely there in the second half, they were not being shut down the way they were in the first quarter by Simon Kenton. But Dixie Heights, as you said, poses a little bit more of a tougher defensive matchup tonight for the Camels. Can't afford the slow start that they had last week.
All right, here come the Camels.
Hang in there, Brian.
And I think they're ready tonight. I think they're a little angry. And Dixie Heights has an interesting sign. It is way, it's just giant. Not quite certain what they need such a giant sign for, but they have one, and here comes Dixie Heights. So the Colonels come in tonight 5-1. Some of the one of the opponents that they beat earlier in the season, one of these teams that only scored 7 points, was the Turpin Spartans, which is an Ohio team.
It's a great night
who
for
went
football.
undefeated
Hello, fans,
last
and welcome
year
to Campbell
and
County
had high
High School
hopes
Stadium.
for an Ohio
Home of the
Division
Fighting
II
Camels of Campbell
championship.
County tonight. The Dixie Colonels
Before losing
under
to
head coach Dave
previous year's
Rosser take
Ohio
on the
State
Campbell County
champion.
Fighting Camels, and the Camels are
So it's
led
not like they've had
by
a
head
cakewalk.
coach Stephen Lickert.
They played some tough teams, and they played them really good. So
Hey fans, are you
Our
ready
area
for
is
some
definitely blessed with some really
football?
solid teams all around in several different divisions, and these two are just a couple
Back
of
deep for
those
Campbell
teams.
County.
Dixie Heights, as you said,
Number
just with one
13,
loss on
Eli
the year.
Matthews,
The
and
Camels
number
had been
34,
previously
Brandon,
unbeaten
the
here at
Mercury
home
Morris
before
kicking off
their loss last week to
the
Simon
Dixie
Kenton.
Colonels.
So Camels about to receive the kick.
Number 52, Alex Lopez.
As we'll get this one underway on another just absolutely beautiful night here for Campbell County football.
yeah, you really couldn't ask for a better night. And they will do a squib kick to start the game off.
Good job.
Wow, what a smart play
Ball is
right
taken by
off
Campbell
the
County
bat there
number
by
32,
Kyle
Kyle
Edgley to call for the fair
Will be
catch. So many
spotted
times when they
at
get
the
that
40-yard line for
surprise
Campbell County, 1st and 10.
squib kick that people forget that you can still call for a fair catch as he did there. So Campbell County catching a little bit of a break, especially when it comes to field position. They'll start off 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line.
So Avery Wood, the quarterback, will come out and hopefully lead this team to victory as they come out with trips left here. Making some adjustments at the line, puts a man in motion, and he hands the ball off. He gets the corner, and that's a beautiful
Campbell
run
County
to start off the
number
game
5.
for Campbell County. That was
Josh
Carroll
carries
on the
the
carry.
ball around the right side.
And he had a nice lead
Brought
blocker
down
there
the
by
play by
Alex
number
Howard, got out
44.
and blocked
Owen
the guy at the
Campbell
end,
picks up
able
9
to
yards.
pick up 9
The officiating crew for
yards
tonight's
on the
game are
run
head
there
referee
for
Steve
Josh
Fromeyer,
Carroll.
the umpire Brian Schalk, the head linesman
So it'll be 2nd
Brian
and 1.
Turner, the line
Ball on
judge
the
Gene
49-yard
Brown,
line.
the back judge Rob Vonks. Be 2nd and 1.
And it's quarterback keeper up the middle, and he busts
Keeper
through
up
and gets
the
a
middle
nice
of
gain
the
on
line.
that play.
Avery Wood, number 15, the ball into
2 real solid plays for the
Colonel
Camels
territory.
coming out here tonight, picking up where they
Brought
left off
down by
last
number
week,
12,
looking for a
Evan
first
Hicks.
score.
And that's good enough for Campbell
On the first
County!
possession of the
Touchdown!
game. We saw him run a lot of shotgun this week, or last week. I'd expect a lot more of the same here this week.
All right, Avery Wood in the shotgun. Drops back to pass, rolls right. He throws right, and a nice
Pass is
catch
complete.
by Jake Zabonik.
Wood to the
Very
bottom.
nice route there by Zabonik. He looked like he was going to cut in, faked out the defender, and
It's up
went
about
back
11
out to the
yards.
sideline.
And another
Was
Campbell
wide
County,
open.
first
Got
down.
himself enough separation there to make an easy throw and catch. Another first down for the Camels.
Yeah, and the Camels are driving right now, and this is something they struggled with against Simon Kenton. It helps that they started with such great field position too, though. So the Camels in a pistol formation. Ball snap, hand off to Howard, who is met at the line by a host of Colonels.
Looked like Avery Wood there faked it to Howard and tried to get it up through the middle, but nothing was there.
Well, he faked me out.
Avery Wood on carry, picks up 1 yard. Back on the play by 75, Stephen Ishmael.
2nd and 9 now. Drops back to pass. Throws it across the middle, and it just gets away from Carroll.
Avery Wood's pass intended for Carroll.
Just off his hands, might have been a gain of a couple, if that. Dixie Heights defended that very well, and now Campbell County with a big 3rd down here early as they look to pick up the 1st down and keep this possession going.
Drops back to pass again. Nice screen to Zabonic, who turns the corner and gets the 1st down.
Avery Wood's pass is complete. 83, Jake Zabonic.
Good play call there from the Camels coaching staff as Dixie Heights was coming on the blitz up the middle. The line let them all come through, which opened up the gates there for Zabonic
for yet
to just
another
cut
Campbell
across
County
the right side of the
first down.
field and take it up for a big gain. Down just outside the red zone now for the Camels. They have a 1st down.
And it was great timing on that call because pretty much the entire Colonel defense is blitzing on that play. So they tripped him up there. So it'll be 1st and 10. He hands the ball off to Howard, who is met in the backfield.
Alex Howard, number 28, the ball carrier, and he is
Defense for
for a
the
2-yard
Colonels ate
loss.
that one up right from the beginning. They got through that time on the O-line of the Camels and busted through for a couple loss
Colston Macklick
there on the play.
and Brandon Johnson in the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 12.
Another nice turnout here at Camel Stadium. Ball snap, rolls right, and he fires it to the right side, but a good defensive play and it'll be broken
Intended
up.
for Eric Bingham, incomplete.
It looked at first as he was going to roll
Going
out
to
and do
coverage,
the exact
Evan
same
Hicks.
play they found Zabonic on
It's
earlier.
3rd and
It looked like
12.
he might run for it at the last minute before he got for the line of scrimmage. He tried to throw it in there to Bingham, and it was broken up.
He zipped that ball in there too.
Third and 12 here for the Campbells at their own, or at the Colonels' 23-yard line.
Throws a swing pass out right, and Alex Howard is shoved out of bounds and
Pass
into
is
the
complete
periphery.
to Howard,
And
driven out of bounds.
but that won't be good enough for a 1st down. So wouldn't be
Number
surprised if the
33,
Camels stay out there
Ben
to
Owens.
go for it on 4th down.
It'll be 4th.
Dixie Heights did a nice job there disguising their
And
defense.
10.
They faked like they were coming on the blitz and stayed back and just rushed the 4D linemen.
So it's 4th and 10, and they will bring on the kick unit.
This kid's got the leg to do it.
Into attempt. 38-yard field goal is Stuart Canale.
So Stuart Naley will kick the ball up. It's got
Get there.
the distance,
It is up.
and it is no good. Man, he just missed
A
that.
little wide
Just
right,
off
no
to the
good.
right. Did not miss that by much. Pretty solid kick there from
Ball will
Stewart,
be
but he
turned
could
over
not
to
get
the
it through.
Colonels.
Still not a. I really
Fans of
still
Diamond
agree with
Exchange
the
will
play call
again
despite
host
the result
the
there.
popular Diamond
Pretty
and
tough
the
to
rough
pick
kicker
up
of
a
the game at all
4th
varsity home
and 10.
games
You're
this
obviously not
season.
going to punt it in
Thanks
that
to the Diamond
situation,
Exchange,
and even
your
though
hometown
they missed
jeweler.
field goal, Colonels will get the
Halftime
ball
kicker Kirk Pepperman.
at their own 20-yard line.
All right, so the Colonels will see what they can do on offense. Drew Moore, the quarterback, puts a man in motion, hands the ball off, and he turns it up. And he's got nothing but green ahead of him. trying to hunt him down, and he does. And a nice play by Nick Sauerbeck to catch him before he scores a touchdown, but I think the damage might be done as he busts a huge run.
Darian Washington had some good blockers on that
An
play.
excellent run
Quickly
for the
turned that
Colonels.
corner, and it looked like
All
he
the way
was
down
headed for
to
the
the
house.
11-yard
Got to
line.
give a lot of credit there to a couple of the Camels linebackers for
Number
still sticking with the
52,
play
Nick
and chasing
Sauerbeck
him down
with a
as
touchdown
Sauerbeck was
saving
able
tackle.
to get him down at the 11-yard line. Huge game from Dixie Heights, and quickly the momentum has shifted into the Colonels' favor.
And we have no idea what to expect as far as offense goes from these guys because none of their stats are posted online as they try to run the ball there, and the Camels meet them in the backfield.
And Owens on the
Or
carry
right at the
for
line.
the Colonels. Tapped up by Robert Metz and number 56, Patrick, not in my backyard, Berkemeyer. Gain of a yard, second down and 9.
Campbell's looking to make a stand here and at very worst force the Colonels into a field goal attempt.
Colonels with two backs, put a man in motion, and he hands the ball off, and it doesn't go for much.
Number 36, Seth Capel.
That's Seth Capel.
Brought down by Campbell County's 31, Robert Metz, and 33, Joe Kramer. It'll be third down and 5, and time for a little Campbell County Thunder.
Campbell County, the Colonels of Dixie Heights could still pick up a first down here just inside the 2-yard line as they're at their own 7.
The stadium is shaking as the Camel fans encourage their team. He's got him in the backfield, and he sacks him, and that is huge.
Wow, what a big play there. Patrick Berkemeyer
Quarterback sack.
with a beautiful rush
Number
up the middle
56,
to chase the
Patrick,
quarterback
not in
down
my
for the
backyard,
sack.
Berkemeyer.
And now with
Back on
the
the
huge
play.
loss on the play,
Sets the
Dixie
ball all the way
Heights
back to
now
about
has
the
a
19-yard
just
line
about
where
the
he
same
walked down.
decision that the Camels had a minute ago as they have 4th and long to go from the 19-yard line. We'll see if it looks like they're keeping their offense out on the field, possibly going for it.
Which
Not
is
an indecision here.
which is interesting because they're right in the middle of the field. It'd be a much easier kick for them, and there's not much of a wind going on, so I guess they don't have much faith in their kicker. They'll snap the ball. He drops back to pass, and the Camels are in the backfield. Man, almost sack him again, and he'll just throw this one away.
Pass intended for number 13, Sam Barner, incomplete. Defense holds, and a great job by the Campbell
Lucky
defense.
there that they did not get sacked on the play. That would have been another huge loss, about
It'll be
15
Campbell ball,
or 20
first and
yards.
10.
You've got to get rid
Ball
of that ball,
spotted at
and
the
that's what the
19.
quarterback Drew Moore did there for the Colonels.
So minus the roughly 65-yard run by Darian Washington, the Colonels can't do anything on offense, and the Camels will get the ball back here. That's my rough estimate. By the way, that's not an official stat. I'll just make
And
that
what
clear.
college did you go to?
The no knowledge. No, I'm just kidding. Northern Kentucky University.
That's right.
sir.
You and me both, brother.
All right, Alex Howard just plows through a guy, but is
Alex
unable
Howard
to get any
takes
yards on
pitch
the
right
play.
side.
So if anybody has any problems with our math, you just call our old professors there at
Brought down by
NKU.
Radenhausen. And Trey Simmons.
Howard was stopped
No gain
for
on the
no
play,
gain
second
on the
and
play. 2nd and 10 coming up. Camels had the ball. Second possession for them. 6:53 left to go here in the first quarter. 0-0 game.
Camels in the shotgun. We've got Nate Hess out to our left here. Drops back to pass. Throws it across the middle, and it is broken up.
He was looking for Zabonic, and it
pass
was
intended
broken up there by a
for
couple
number
Dixie Heights
83.
defenders.
That was,
Zabonic incomplete.
Luke
Third and 10.
Zajac. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that, but he made a nice play there to break up the pass, and it's 3rd and 10.
Wood had threw another pass there like a bullet, trying to fit it in through that small window, and it was just a little high, probably a little bit too hard to connect there with Zabonic.
All right, so the Camels will call a timeout,
Campbell County calls timeout.
trying to figure out what they can do here to get the big first down. I'll admit, I'm
As
impressed
during
with
the
how the
2013 season, our
defense
good friends at
played
Jolly
on,
Plumbing will again sponsor the varsity
played 'em on
players
that-
of the game during all varsity home days.
It's huge
Jolly
stand
Plumbing will
there
make
Yeah.
a donation
for the Camels
to the
there.
athletic
They
department
just-
or
they
athletic
just
coaches of
missed
both
the
schools
sack.
on behalf of the players
I
of the
would
game.
have gave him
for
a ball
both
about
varsity
the
football
30,
squads.
35-yard line.
Thanks
but
to
still
Jolly
a
Plumbing,
huge
where a
stop
flush
on
always
4th down.
beats
That
the full
pressure
house.
forced the quarterback to make a bad throw. You know, he had to throw it away.
Also, during all
So,
varsity home games, Complete Wireless will again
huge
host
play
the Complete
for
Wireless
the
Complete
defense.
fans of
Hopefully
the
the
game.
offense
Lucky
can
fans from each
take
team will
advantage
receive
of
a
that
valuable
and get
Complete
something
Wireless
going
gift card
here.
for dressing up
And
and
the
showing
defense
their
knows they
school
saw how
spirit.
big it was
Complete Wireless, your complete
to
source for
come up
mobile
with a few
communications and a proud
stands, which they
supporter
did not do
of
last
Campbell
week, and
County
just what
football
the
with convenient
hole that
locations
dug
all
Campbell
around.
County into last
Northern
week. They
Kentucky.
weren't able to keep with their game plan
It'll
and
be
keep
3rd
with
and
their
10.
normal offense. They had to come out and take a few more chances, and they executed brilliantly there in the second half last week. But this week they'd like to stay more with their game plan, mix it up with some runs, some quarterback options there. So Campbell County has it now 3rd and 10.
So we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Avery Wood drops back to pass. He keeps it. He runs up the middle, and he's not going to get it.
Avery Wood on a keeper, across
I'm
the
not
25
sure.
to the
It
27.
looked to me that was
Be a couple of yards shy of
design
first down yardage.
run. I don't know what your thoughts were, Kevin. He
Down on the
dropped
play by
back
number
for a second, but just
57,
how quick he
Captain
took off with
Brendan
it, it
Fisk.
made me think that maybe they were thinking Dixie
It'll be
Heights would
4th
drop
down.
back and he would try and sneak up the middle.
Interesting here, the Camels are going for it well inside of their own territory.
Risky here if they actually wound up snapping this. Is he going to
It looks like he's driving
Cooch
back to
punt
maybe
it?
punt, and
Yeah.
yeah, he does.
if he gets a roll
Oh,
there,
yeah,
wow.
there we go.
Wow, nice job there by
Avery
Avery
Wood's
Wood.
punt is a nice
That'll
one,
roll
all
the way down to the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
Sometimes it better be lucky than to be
47-yard
good,
punt.
as he got a nice little bounce there, gained himself about
And it will
another
be
10
Colonel
yards
ball
or so,
1st and 10.
down to the 26-yard line of the Colonels, where they'll start their second offensive possession here of the game.
So you think the Camels will be keeping an eye out on that Darian Washington?
Boy, that was some real speed. Like I said, at first I was so impressed with Darian Washington in that run. Then I was real impressed with the Campbell County defenders there, led by Nick Sauerback, who were able to run him down from behind and tackle him.
Or he even tried to strip the ball, too. He reached his arm in there and tried to pull it out.
And that's a potentially, obviously, 7 points that are not on the board.
And he fakes the handoff, rolling around. And he keeps it, and he'll run out of bounds.
For 7 is the ball carrier. That's Drew Moore, driven out of bounds. At number 20, Dustin Turner.
Good job by the Camels secondary there.
Pick
Quarterback
up a
got
yard.
just outside the pocket, and the cornerbacks that came in there and was able to tackle him after a gain of only 1.
Paging Shamar Wise. Shamar Wise, you're wanted in the backfield. Shamar Wise.
Gotta love the stadium announcer here at Camel Stadium. As he snaps the ball, quarterback keeper, and looks like there's a
And
little
off left
miscommunication there. He looked like he was trying to hand a ball off to a running back who was just standing back there blocking.
Yeah,
So-
busted play there as Moore had nowhere to go with it.
Drew Moore on a keeper. That brings up 3rd down.
So it'll be 3rd and 9 for the Colonels. And the Camel defense is just on fire right now.
Much different team than we saw last week here in the early going on defense.
All right, he's looking to pass, and here's another Camel in the backfield. But Drew Moore manages to get away, and he throws the ball, and he's got his man,
And a pass
and that's a 1st down.
is complete.
Well, it seemed
Drew
like
Moore with a
that
nice toss to number 82.
Robert Metz was going to come up with
Andrew
a sack there
Hedger.
for Campbell County. Got across
And that's
through
good
a
enough
couple
for
of
a Colonel
O-linemen.
first down.
But then Moore escaped and found Andrew Hedger wide open down the field right at the sideline for a nice game for the Colonels.
So a missed opportunity from the Campbells, and they'll have it. The Colonels will have a 1st and 10 from the 47 as they hand the ball off, and he busts through. Man,
Nice tackle there by Eli Matthews.
Number
as
34
Washington
is
was
the carrier, Darian.
looking to bust
Washington.
another long gain there.
Brought down by Eli Matthews.
This kid has just
7-yard
explosive
pickup,
speed.
2nd and 3.
And now he's sitting down. We'll keep an eye out on Washington as he is down on the sideline for a minute there.
They try to stretch it right, but the
Head
Camels
off right side, number
pursue
4.
it perfectly.
Radenhouse in the ball carrier. Brought down by Sauerbeck, lost on the play.
That was Joe Radenhausen.
It'll be 3rd down and 4.
We'll keep an eye on Washington as he is sitting down now on the sidelines being looked at by the training staff. 3rd down here for the Colonels.
There's a flag on the play. It's a
Legal procedure
formation
against the Colonels
on the
offense.
Colonels, and that'll be a 5-yard
5-yard
penalty.
penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
On this 3rd down, the Camels need to contain Drew Moore. He's gotten outside the pocket a few times. Hasn't really ran the ball yet much once he's got outside. It's looking more to pass, but Camels got to keep him contained, keep him in the pocket. So far, they've done a nice job of putting the pressure on Drew Moore as he's not had a lot of time when he's gone back to pass.
Illegal substitution. This kid stays in, it's illegal. He came off the bench.
All right, he drops back to pass. He throws a screen. It's almost intercepted by the Camel defense.
Pass intended for number 4, Radenhouse, incomplete.
Camels stop him again, and it'll be 4th down. Colonels forced to punt. 3:15 to go here in the
Campbell
first
County,
quarter.
number 13,
0-0.
Eli Matthews, in confirmation.
Well, as you mentioned,
Number 8.
at the beginning of the
Gunther,
game, it might be a defensive battle, and that's what it seems to be so far.
We've had a couple of good, solid offensive plays on both sides, but
Man, they almost get in there and block it. It's a high punt, and it
And
goes
the
out of
punt
bounds.
by Faye sails out of bounds.
We'll see where they spot it.
it's really maybe a 8 to 10 yard net punt here, if that.
The ball will be spotted
Huge
right at
break
the
potentially here for
45-yard
the
line of Campbell
Camels.
County.
As they will start just shy of the 50 as on their own 45.
All right, here we go. Quarterback keeper, and it's
Head
only
off center
good
of the
for
line,
about 3
number
yards.
15 for Campbell County. Quarterback Avery Wood. He'll pick up about 3 yards. Tripped up by Stephen Ishmael.
Campbell County doesn't have the
It'll be
most
2nd
explosive
down and
offense, but if
7.
they can gain 3 or 4 yards on 1st down, pick up another couple there on 2nd down, then find themselves 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2. That's when their power running game, when Wood and Howard can really take over from there.
It's interesting having a power running game with a power running quarterback, but I guess it happens.
Pass intended for number 3, Nate Hess.
Ball gets away from Nate
Incomplete.
Hess there. Another nice defensive coverage.
Sets up 3rd and 7.
And just looking from our beautiful spot here up on top, the broadcast booth, that Avery Wood actually wearing that number 15 reminds me a little bit of a former number 15, little Tebow, and I'm just a big, solid guy that I would not want to come anywhere near when it comes to tackling. And we've seen him bulldoze his way for a couple yards here.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. And
There it
he'll show his toughness here again as he powers forward, but
Avery Wood on a
just
keeper left
shy.
side.
Well, I wonder if the Camels knew from the beginning that if they were
For
short,
26, Ethan
that they
Harrison
were going to
at
go
number
for it here on 4th
75.
down, and we'll see.
Ishmael
They're
on the
about
tackle.
a yard and a half short of the 1st down
Be forced
on the Colonels'
about a yard and a half.
40, just between the 46 and 47 yard line.
From the looks of it, they're going to go for it.
It's got to be Wood once again, I would think.
And he keeps it, and he's got it.
Avery Wood,
Nice
center of the
cut
line for
there
Campbell
from
County.
Avery Wood. They had a middle linebacker
Hines.
blitzing.
Logan Schneider,
Wood
number
made a
74,
nice cut and was able to
big number
find some
55.
a little bit of daylight
Jordan
to pick up
Mason,
4
and
or
that's
5
good
yards
enough
there.
for
but
Campbell
got him
County.
the
First down.
Campbell's looking to drive the score as we nearing the end here of the first quarter.
Leading the charge for the Colonels, number 58, Colson Macklin.
So we'll see what they do here.
Boy, here's where you
First and 10.
tight end up the seam.
Drops back to pass. He throws the hitch to the Zabonic, who is pushed out of
Pass
bounds.
is complete to Zabonic, driven out of bounds by
36.
number 33,
Sets it up for
and Owens.
You get a 5, 6,
5-yard pickup.
Another solid first
Second
down
and
there
5.
from the Camels. Got themselves in good position here, 2nd and 5. Dixie Heights looking to make a stop to try and get some momentum going back on their sidelines.
Little confusion on the Colonel defense. With the linebacker looking over at the coach like, what's going on? Wood fakes the pass. He throws it deep left to Zabonic, who runs for it, but it's way over his head.
Pass from Wood to Zabonic.
I understand what they were trying to do there. The only problem is it looked like that they had their mind made up what they were going to run from the very beginning. Sometimes you have to adjust to it. That play was not open.
3rd and 5.
Wood wound up throwing it about 4 or 5 yards, a little too long there. Zabonic could not come up with the catch. Just not on sync on that particular play. And run a lot of those quick outs. So far early in the game, they're trying to get the defender there for the Colonels to bite on another quick route and then go deep there. Just did not work out. 3rd and 5 for the Camels.
Handoff, big handoff to Brandon Morris. He rolls right. He just fires it up there and throws this one away.
The pass by Wood.
Colonels came on the blitz and Wood
Incomplete.
escaped
It'll be 4th and
outside
5.
and just wound up chucking it up. Goes out of bounds there. 4th and 5 coming up for the Camels. They'll be going for it once again as they look to continue this drive.
If I'm the Camels here, and I'm going to go for it on 4th and 5, I might try to run another one of those quick hitches or a screen or an out. Some sort of short route to get just the yards you need. It's a little too long for Avery Wood to try to run it here. So we'll see what they choose to do. As he drops back,
Nate
he
Hess.
throws the out to Hess, and he
Oh.
drops it.
What?
Oh, wow.
God.
Wow. Nate Hess
Wood
was
pass
just a
intended for
beautiful,
Hess. Incomplete. Ball turned
feel
over
bad
on
for Hess
downs.
because it was a beautifully ran route and Avery Wood put
Hey
the
fans at all
ball
varsity home
right
games,
on
Campbell
his
County
hands.
football
He
is
couldn't
once
have
again
just placed
proud
it
to
there
honor a
any
Campbell County
better.
football alumni of the
It's just
game.
one of
This
those things,
special
sometimes
recognition
you're
brought to you
too
by
wide open.
Alexandria
you
Total
have
Care
it
Chiropractic,
until you
located
don't. Might have
just north
thought
of
he
Campbell
had the
County
catch
High
a little
School
too early.
and US
Tough break there
27 at Alexandria. For the
Nate
best in
Hess.
chiropractic care, count on
So
Alexandria
we'll turn it back
Total
over to the
Care
Campbell
Chiropractic.
defense as the Colonels will try their hand and see what they can get going.
Backfield again.
But so far, when they've had single coverage there on the Camels wide receivers, the Camels wide receivers have taken advantage of it. Something the Colonels might want to look at stopping later. Washington's back in the game, but this one's going to be more on the keeper.
Quarterback keeper, that's Drew Moore, brought down and tackled by number 45, Austin Myers.
Drew Moore picks up 6 on the game and will bring up 2nd down and 4. Good to see Washington's okay and back in the game. I just had an early cramp.
7-yard pickup. 2nd down and 4.
Well, I don't know how good it is for the Camels that he's back in the game.
Yeah, that kid is tough. So they've got 5 receivers wide as he hands the ball off. to
Number
Washington,
34, the ball
who
carrier.
gets tripped up.
Tripped up, that's Darian Washington.
And
It looks like we're going to see that play over and over and over tonight where they send Washington in motion and then Moore.
May have the attention of the Dixie cheerleading squad.
Where Moore
Remember
can
the
either
Dixie
choose to
cheerleading
keep it
squad.
or
If I
put
may
it
get
right
a
in the
roster
chest
of your cheerleaders to the press box, please.
Washington.
Roster of your cheerleaders' names, please. Thank you.
All right, they run a similar play, and they run a left this time, and he breaks a tackle, and he tries a stiff arm. And he'll get about 7 or 8
Washington on the
that
carry.
play. And that's the end
And
of the
that will
first
be the
quarter.
final play of quarter number 1 here in beautiful Alexandria, Kentucky.
Good game so
No
far.
score.
We got a lot to look forward to here tonight. 0-0. Not
And you can
really,
access the latest updates, scores,
offensive
pictures,
struggle. We've
schedules,
had some
directions,
first downs and some nice plays
and more.
there. Nate Hess just had a job. It was a tough break. Washington
Campbell
had
County
his
football
big
and
run
all
that
Campbell
he-
County
he
athletics
had
by
earlier in the
visiting
game.
CampbellPride.com. Also follow Campbell
Well,
Pride on Twitter
I
and
don't know
Facebook.
about you, but personally,
for
I'm a
live
defensive guy.
contest updates and scores.
I
If
played
you're proud to be a
quarterback when I was in
Camel,
high school.
Visit CampbellPride.com
So I love
today. Thank you
a
to
nice
Ian
defensive
Polanco
battle.
and Stuart Channing.
It's not like there's a bunch of fumbles and
major contributions to
interceptions.
this website.
The teams are playing
And to
really
the
hard on
ever-handsome
offense.
David
It's just that
Shepard,
the
the
defense
official photographer
is
of Campbell
shutting down
football
everything both
and
teams try to do.
website
And to me,
contributor.
that's fun to watch. You know, you love the big hits. You love, the plays in the backfield.
Fans, be sure
That
to
to
use
me
the
is
coupon you
football.
receive when entering the
And
Campbell
the
County
pursuit
Athletic
tackling
Complex
so far
tonight
for the Camels
for a
tonight
free
has
cheese
just
coating
been
from our
top-notch.
friends
I've
at Skyline Chili. Be sure to
been
stop by
very
your neighborhood
impressed,
Skyline
much more
Chili
than-
tonight and
than
every
last
Friday
week.
night
The Camels coaching
during the
staff
football
probably really got
season.
after him this week from the start that they had
And it's
against
game
Simon
time.
Kenton last week.
It's
And they've come out tonight
Skyline
and just done
time.
a really good job. Now Washington's the one they're going to have to stop. So far we haven't seen Drew Moore do a whole lot. If they get Washington out on the edges, though, Camels have got to stop that play.
And if I can
make
get a roster
Drew
of the
Moore
Dixie
keep it.
cheerleaders to the press box, please.
So 2nd and 2 have the Colonels. And
Fumble.
he fumbles it.
Ball is fumbled on the
Fell right back on it.
exchange.
Yep, looks like he fell right back on it indeed.
Covered by the Colonels. Plus on the play of a couple yards. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
They're down for the Camels. Just underway here in the second quarter. Let's see if the Camels D can stop the Colonels.
Hands the ball off to Washington, who's tackled in the backfield.
And
A nice
number
play.
4, Bradenhausen.
Great job there by the Camels, busting through to break up that play from the beginning.
Cut down by Campbell County's Robert Metz and Joe Kramer.
I was going to say, that's Joe Kramer in there. Who
So
just
they
made a
4th
nice
down.
read and sacked
And
him.
6.
Or didn't, he tackled
Call
him
it
for a
4th
huge
and
loss.
7. Punt formation for the Colonels, number 8, Gunther Faith. Deep as
So
Matthews.
they'll have no choice but to punt.
See what the Colonels do if they go for the punt here, as they will, and this one's going to be much better than the last one was.
But it gets a Camel's bounce instead of bouncing
And the ball will
back towards the
sail
end
out of
zone.
bounds at about the 25.
It rolls out of,
It'll be 1st and
rolls
10.
out of bounds at the 25.
Campbell County.
So it looked like it was going to bounce like all the way down the field, but then got a lucky bounce there. So
As I like to thank
The Camels will take it
certified
from the
athletic
25.
trainer Angie Lambert, student athletic trainers Kayla Gross, Libby Heyman, and Sydney Reinhardt. Team doctor on staff tonight, Sean
Camels
Yang.
keep that
And the number 1 spiritual
Howard rushing
specialist,
game
our
going
ball
here
girl,
with
McKinley
Avery
Miller.
Wood
Thanks
and
for
the
your
running
service
backs there, Howard
to
up in
Campbell
the
County
backfield.
Athletic.
They might be able to bust one of these runs, or possibly if they get the single coverage again on the outside like they've had for much of the game, they might get one of the deep bombs to connect and go for 6 here.
hands the ball off to Morris. He only gets about
Mercury
a yard
Morris,
on the
number
play.
34 on the carry for Campbell County. Pick up a yard. Brought down by Luke Zajac. 2nd down and 9.
So it's 2nd and 9, ball on the 26-yard line. Alex Howard in the backfield with Avery Wood. And Wood will keep it. And man, he just lowered his shoulder
Avery
on that
Wood
one.
powers ahead for Campbell County.
It's going to be pretty close to the 1st down. Might be a tick shy based on the spot. And it's going to be 3rd and half a yard maybe to go.
Number
But
24
another just bulldozing
on the
run
tackle.
there by Avery Wood.
That's Trey Simmons. It'll be 3rd and 1.
And give the running backs for the Camels some credit too. Alex Howard and the gang, when they're in the backfield, they don't just get off to the side. They're in there to block and lead the way there for Avery Wood, excuse me.
So they're blitzing, and Howard gets through, jumps over a guy. He gets down to the 40-yard line.
Avery Wood on a carry left side.
Reminiscent of the Leonard leap.
Tackle on the play by Ethan
They've had a
Harris.
lot of success tonight
Harrison,
keeping
and that's
it with
good enough for
Wood.
Campbell County. First down.
Hasn't developed any points on the board yet.
But when you run the ball like this, it wears down the opponent's defense, and it keeps your defense off the field. So it has its own benefits, I suppose. 1st and 10, ball on the 40-yard line. We got trips right. Ball snapped. Hands it off to Howard, who is met at the line.
Alex Howard
And trying to push the pile forward.
Wow.
with a little extra effort for Mr.
I don't
Howard.
know how he just made that a 4-yard gain. That was about as tough of a 4-yard gain as you will see. Stopped
Brought
after
down
about
by
a gain of
Keegan
1
Barmore.
and carried a few defenders there for
And Ben
another
Owen.
3.
4-yard pickup,
Yeah, just
second
kept,
down,
just kept
6.
pumping his legs and pushing forward. And what looked like it was going to be stopped at the line turned out to be a 4-yard gain.
Once again, the Campbells moving down the field as they've done all night tonight. Closest they got was a field goal attempt that just missed there.
In the pistol. He rolls right. He fires it right. They're going to say it's
Pass
no
is
good.
good for
Okay.
Hess. Is incomplete.
It was close. Nate Hess was certainly still in it. It was close. Too tough for me to be able
We're
to
down
see
at
there in
6.
live action whether that was a catch or not. Nate Hess certainly sold it well, and that's something that you teach your receivers to do is make the referee think he caught it, whether you did or not. You got to act like that you did.
Yeah, it's definitely very close. But now it's 3rd and 6.
Again, Hess down here, one-on-one. One of these days, that play's going to work.
Looks like they get the Colonels to jump. We'll see what the call is.
I think the Colonel's defenders came in there and got the Campbells to false start, but we'll see.
Yep, it's an
It
encroachment.
Defensive
is.
encroachment. That'll be a
All
5-yard
right,
penalty.
we'll keep score this year. That's one you got.
Putting up 3rd down and 1.
So now it's 3rd and 1, and it's an entirely different situation.
Yeah, absolutely not what the Colonels wanted to find themselves in.
Yeah. It looks like they're sending just about everyone on this play.
They're going to be coming up through the middle where Avery Wood's been looking to bust it through here tonight.
There
Yeah.
you go.
All right, he gets the
Avery
first
Wood
down.
carries the ball left side for Campbell County into
Not
Colonel
every play
territory.
has to be a 60-yard touchdown, and that was a beautiful example of that right there.
Wrapped
They
up
knew
on the
they
play
only
by
had to get a
Luke
yard.
Zajac,
They
and good
waited
enough
the
for
blitz
yet
to come in the
another
middle and
Campbell
bounce it
County
outside just to get the
first
2
down.
or 3 they needed to ensure the first down for the Camels.
And they're just eating away the clock on this drive, which is definitely good for them because Colonels can't score if their offense isn't on the field. So ball snapped.
Screen
He's
this
trying to
side.
throw the screen, and man,
Alex
Howard is
Howard on
tackled
the
in the
reception.
backfield.
Guy read it well. 58 did a hell of a job.
3-yard loss there on the play for the Camels. Nice job by the Colonels
Luke
defense
Zajac
as
on the coverage,
a team
loss on the play.
collectively. They were all where they needed to be.
3-yard
to
loss.
shut down
It'll be
the screen
2nd
pass.
down, 13.
Thought they might look deep there. They've looked to throw it a few times here on 1st and 10. And still, most of the time, the safeties for the Colonels have been pretty close to the line of scrimmage into the middle of the field.
So they look to pass again, and this was a little deeper.
Pass
And
is
a nice
complete.
catch by Zabonic for the
Wood
first
to
down.
number 83.
I'm telling you, if this play's going
Jake
to be there for the Campbells, they're going to be
Zabonic.
throwing the ball all night and eating those
26 on the
19-yard
pushout.
gains. The Colonels' cornerback so far tonight
That's
just
Harrison.
have
It'll
not
be
been
3rd and 1.
shut down on them.
Call it
And the
3rd
Camels found
and
themselves
very
in
short
really
yardage.
gold position for them. 3rd and 1 so far tonight. It's been easy money.
Well, it looked like Zabonic had it on the play, but they're going to mark him short.
Let's see if it's going to be Avery Wood again up to the middle or just off tackle.
And they literally do send just about everyone on that play.
Avery
Avery Wood
Wood.
still manages to get the first down.
Powers around the left side of that large offensive line. Puts the ball down to the 37-yard line. Harrison on the tackle and good enough for yet another
Campbell
County
with their three
first
wide
down.
receiver sets is they force the Colonels to put a cornerback or a safety out on the three wide receivers, which only allows them to put 8 in the box, and that's exactly what they brought there on that play and could not stop Avery Wood as the Camels pick up 3rd and 1 once again here tonight.
You know, if they get another 3rd and 1, with it, they're obviously going to send just about everyone. I might try just to throw it out there and see what happens.
Especially because you can always take the chance there on 4th and 1.
And the Colonels call timeout.
All right, so the Colonels will take a
That is the
timeout.
first charge, timeout.
And the Camels are just straight up driving right now, and they are eating up the clock. It's just a really solid drive right now. They've converted on 3rd down 3 times.
At least they've had. I feel like they've had 3rd and 1 at least.
Hey fans of Big Campbell County High School, shout out to
picked up a couple
Jeff
more
Reed.
3rd down conversions here in the early going. Just so far, especially in the early going, a different team than what we saw last week.
1981 graduate from Campbell County High School.
Maybe last week with some of the adrenaline and the emotion that we had with homecoming and the huge crowd, and we got another good-sized crowd here tonight. Dixie Heights has brought out their share
What's a big
of supporters.
Again, a big Campbell County welcome
It's
to
great
the class
to see.
of
It's good to see.
1988.
Of course, a lot of
Who
it's
will
family,
continue their reunion tomorrow
close
night at the
friends coming
Bonnas on the
out,
lake
even
beginning
just some
at
of the
7
community
p.m.
out here
You can
supporting
still
these
attend
kids.
even if you have an RSVP.
And just another
Any questions?
gorgeous
Check
Friday
the
night
Facebook
here for high
page
school
for Campbell
football.
County High School class of 1988.
A lot of good games going on all
88.
around
Welcome
in
to
Northern
Campbell County
Kentucky
High School
and
Stadium.
Ohio as well.
But Skyline picked this one as the game
That's
of the
right.
week. And that is an honor, and I got a free cheese coney. So Avery Wood will roll out right. He gets hit on the play, but he's got Hess. Oh, man, ball just gets away from Hess.
Boy, Avery Wood stood in there, took a hit, and really it didn't phase him. He just kind of
Pass
stood
intended
right there after the hit.
for Nate Hess
And Nate
is
Hess, we
incomplete.
nearly
Second
had the
and 10.
bomb hookup that we were looking for, just off his fingertips.
A good play selection there on 1st down. You know, you've been running the ball and running the ball and running the ball. Kind of caught the Colonel defense off guard, running the deep route there by Hess. And in one-on-one coverage, you know, it's just a foot race pretty much at that point, and Nate Hess won it. But the ball just got away from him. So, man in motion. They hand the ball off to Sabonic, who misses a tackle, hopping around, dodging people left and right.
Jake Zabonic on end around, and he
We
is
saw a
hit.
tough 4-yard run earlier in the
By a
game
whole
by
host of
Alex
Colonels.
Howard, and that was about a pretty
leading the
good
charge, number 33, Ben Owens.
-1-yard run there for
Also the
Zabonic as
play.
he juked around a little bit and made a few guys miss. Probably should have
Third
been
down and
about a
12.
5 or 6 yard loss as the Camels in a tough spot here. 3rd and long at the Colonel's 39-yard line.
So Alex Howard will be in the backfield with Avery Wood. And they're in the shotgun formation.
I gotta think this one's going to Zabonic up top, single coverage.
And he does run the out. Nice call.
Pass is complete. Number 83, Jake Zabonic.
Joe Radenhausen out there on the coverage
Four
on
on the push
Zabonic,
down,
and
ball spotted
Zabonic
at
made
the
him turn
25-yard
around
line.
and
Good enough
got
for yet another
plenty of
Campbell
separation.
County first
On
down.
a 3rd and 12, that is way too easy. They got to think about bringing some safety help over. It's almost like they're too afraid that even on 3rd and long, Avery Wood's still going to bulldoze his way up the middle, that they're keeping the safeties in tight. They've got to get some help out there for the cornerbacks.
Yeah, Jake Zabonic just made a nice move there. And Avery Wood will take this one up the middle
Avery
and power
Wood
forward for about
on
4
a
or
keeper
5
left
yards.
side.
Camels need a score here.
Puts the ball down to the 21-yard line.
Just outside the red zone, 5 minutes to go here in the first half. No score yet for either team. Camels, to me, have definitely
But down by
shown a
Ben
little bit
Owens.
more life so far
You
here on
pick up a
offense than the
4,
Colonels,
second
minus
down,
the 2.
6.
Couple big plays there by Washington. But the Camels can ill afford to come away without a score here, as we're going to have a 2nd Timeout by the Colonels.
And the Colonels call timeout. As their second charge timeout.
So what about that out route by Jake Zabonic?
Fans stick around at halftime.
It reminds me in spring ball
For the
whenever these guys get out here
of
and
our
practice
marching
in
band, award-winning
early spring there and into the summer, how they just go out and pitch and catch and throw some 10-yard out routes. That's exactly what it looks like. Either these guys are just dancing brilliantly
Welcome to
with
the
their
Campbell
feet,
County Band of Pride.
or the cornerbacks for the
Campbell County
Colonels just
Stadium
haven't
tonight.
been
This
able
is
to
fall
stay
break
with
week
it. And
here
you would
at
think
Campbell
that they
County
would know
Schools.
that
There
that
will
play
be
is
no
coming.
marching
They've ran
band
it several
presentation
times
at
over
halftime
and over.
tonight.
But so far, they have not been able to stop it. You got to think eventually maybe the Colonels come and sit on that out route, and then they'll go for the bomb as they did earlier down the sideline with Zabonic, which is unsuccessful.
And the way they're playing the run right now, they're not really running any sort of coverage. It's all seems to be man defense. And so there's no one in the flats over there to kind of watch that. It's always, they've just got the cornerback out there, and he gave him a huge cushion, which allowed him to cut right in front of him and just get enough for the first down. But now it's 2nd and 6. Ball on the 21-yard line. Campbell's in the pistol again. And there's a flag on the play. It's going to be false start.
False start against the Camel
On the
offense.
Camels.
5-yard penalty, repeat. 2nd down. 2nd and 11.
Yeah, I didn't see it on the play who it was on the O-line. I'm not sure, but it backs the Camels up. And it'll be 2nd and 11 from the Colonel 26-yard line.
So we got trips right. Ball snap. He's looking to pass. It's a screen to Zabonic. Who will, he gets the first down and then some.
This is
Pass
coming
is
back. They're
complete.
going to call a hold
However, there
on
is
the
a penalty
Camels.
marker
It's
on
right
the
in the middle of the
play.
field. Jordan Mason is going to be called for the hold. He must have grabbed the jersey. He basically just tackled the Colonel defender, which you are allowed to pancake block somebody. But it must have been slightly more than that, and that's a shame because really that's a hold that probably didn't have to happen. Zabonic would have had that corner either way.
Holding is the call against the Camels. 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
So 15 yards and penalties are the last two plays for the Camels.
2nd down.
Just impressive play calling tonight for me. The Camels coaching staff is they're using the man coverage against the Colonels, and they've run Zabonic over the middle, coming on from the far outside, cutting across the field a couple times here tonight, and it's worked out every time minus the penalty there.
So they'll pass, and Avery Wood keeps it. Oh man, and he just levels
Avery Wood.
the Colonel defender there.
Hard charging left side for Campbell County. And a good tackle by number 33, Ben Owens, having a good game for the Colonel.
One of the fun parts of always playing the Madden video
third
games
down.
was using the truck stick
Yeah.
and just
And 12 to
trucking
go.
over people, and that's what it looked like. Avery Wood just used his truck stick button, just burrowed over that defender. It's not supposed to go that way. When you're the ball carrier, you were supposed to, in general, be hit harder by the defender, and sometimes it doesn't work out that way with these bigger guys like Avery Wood.
Yeah, he looked like the linebacker broke down a little too early there and was just kind of standing there flat-footed. Paid for it. Avery Wood rolls right, fakes the pass, throws it deep. Zach Zabonic that guy is all over
He's
him.
old, right? Not a call? Oh, no?
No flag on that
Wow.
play.
No
Pass
flag.
intended.
Kind of surprised. That guy
For
looked like
Zabonic,
he was all
incomplete.
over Jake Zabonic.
I think we probably have the farthest view out of anybody here tonight on that play, and both of us saw the exact same thing. Very surprised, no pass interference there against the Colonels.
And to attempt a
They're going
45-yard
to try this field goal.
Number 2.
Are they going to try the field goal?
It's a 45-yarder.
Stuart Canale.
Let's see. Let's see if he's going to boot it or if there's something else up the Camel's sleeve here. Pretty far kick.
It's up.
Kick
It
is
is.
up.
Just
The
got
kick
it.
is good.
Very impressive. Good for him.
45-yard field goal.
He's stoked, and you
Hey,
gotta
yeah.
just give him credit right there. He nearly had the first
Correction,
one.
Stuart Canale, 45
Stuart
yards.
Canale just drilled it in. A lot of credit. You do not see 45-yard field goals made very often in high school football. And you can see his teammates all over him and celebrating with them. And now that gives the Camels, they needed a score there, and they got it. They're up 3-0 here, 3:40 left to go in the first half. Defense comes down, shuts down Dixie Heights one more time. It'd be a good momentum going into the half there for the Camels. Pretty nice kick, huh?
Oh man, I'm still, my mind is blown right now. I am extremely impressed with the way that kid just kicked the football. 45 yards is almost unheard of in high school football.
Yeah, unless you're at the real elite area high schools, you do not see, you really don't even see them attempt it. When you get into the 30-yard ranges, they really don't attempt them all that much. That was quite an impressive kick. And he's got to feel real good about the way he was able to make that field goal for his team.
And what's another good thing about that is the team is now fired up as the Colonels try to return the ball. There's a flag that's coming back as Stuart Nailey gets drilled for his efforts.
This thing's got to come back a long run down inside the 10.
Number 20.
Definitely a holding, and that's coming way
26
back.
Harrison on the return. There are penalty markers on the field.
The only question is, where is this thing coming back to?
It's holding
Holding against the Colonels.
on the
Will
Colonels.
nullify the nice run.
So we'll see. It looks like they threw it at the 35.
One thing we haven't seen from Dixie Heights tonight is a lot of passing attempts.
Trent Shepard, are you down there for our halftime kick?
Passing game yet.
Trent Shepard, are you ready for the halftime
crew,
kick?
and we might see
All right.
that now as we're approaching the end of the first half. 3:27 left to go. Dixie Heights trails by 3 to the home Camels. Moore's going to come out here with 5 receivers. We might see this passing game.
Yeah. And it's a quick receiver screen, and he just drops it.
Incomplete pass, very close to the
number
lateral.
15. Gun Brown is
It's a good
incomplete.
thing Drew Moore was back far enough in that shotgun.
Covers Kramer. And number 31, Metz.
A nice play by the Camel
Turner for
defense
Camel
to get in
County.
there
It'll
and
be
break it up.
second
Even
and
if he
10.
would have caught it, probably would have been better if he caught it because he would have been tackled for probably a 2 or 3 yard loss.
It's almost as if they're just daring Drew Moore to throw the football over the top of him right now, as even the safety's up within 6-7 yards of the line of scrimmage. Yeah, the Colonels left early there. Somebody on the offensive line jumped. That's going
False
to bring it
start
back
against
to
the Colonel offense, 5-yard penalty.
and 15. And you wonder how, with the struggles of the Dixie Heights offense here tonight, you wonder how many chances they really want to take. You don't want a turnover here on your own end. You're only down 3, despite the Camels playing the better of the first halves here. You don't want to make a mistake and find yourselves down even more than just the 3 points. Dixie Heights does get the football when we start the second half.
They're in the pistol now as he fakes the handoff. He's looking to throw, and it's way over the head of the receiver. So it'll be 3rd and 15 now.
Pass from Drew Moore.
Problem with
intended
that
number
play for
13,
Dixie
Cam
Heights, even
Farmer,
worse than the incompletion,
is
is it
incomplete.
stopped the clock. The Camels may not be done scoring if they get the ball back here, because they're going to have pretty good field position based on if they force the Colonels to punt. Their punt
be
team
third
has
down.
not been real solid tonight. So we'll
All right.
see what Moore and crew do here, 3rd and 15.
Colonel's in the shotgun, snaps the ball. He's rolling left. He's got nothing. Camel's in the backfield, and he'll throw this one away. That's all he can do. And
the
another,
pass
man, the Camels
from
are getting
Drew Moore
excellent pressure on this
is
quarterback.
incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
Great pursuit tonight so far by the middle linebackers and the D line as they're coming through and forcing Moore to really have to hurry all his decisions. His first read wasn't there, and once he realized that, it really just broke down as the Campbells were pursuing him, looking for the sack.
So the Colonels will have to punt, and the Camels will get the ball back with about 3 minutes. As Jake Zabonic receives the punt and makes a nice punt return.
Fielded by Zabonic. A nice return inside the 40 of the Colonels. Down
Not a
to
good
38.
offensive possession there for the Colonels on that last one, and now the Camels, 2:58 left to go. They could definitely come out and run the ball here. They do not need to jump to the passing game.
Jason
Unless that's what
Bongara,
they
number
want to
6
do
on
here.
the push
First and
out
10
for the
on
Colonels.
the Colonels' 40-yard line.
You know what? I don't know if you watched it or not, but this kind of reminds me of the Bengals-Patriots game last week, where you have the Patriots coming in. They're really tough on offense, but when your defense shows up, like the Bengals did, it doesn't matter. Here's kind of the same way. It doesn't matter how good Dixie's offense is if the Camels show up and stuff them. So we'll see what the Camels can respond with on offense here. So Avery Wood takes the snap, and man, that play's going nowhere, but Zabonic.
Reverse to
We
Zabonic.
saw that play be successful a few times last week. That was one of their better
about 3
offensive
yards.
plays.
Number
And
33,
tonight,
Ben
that was
Owens
one
on
of
the
their,
tackle for the Colonels.
let's just say, not so better offensive plays.
Yep, they didn't skip that one.
Down to 2.5 to go. Campbell's still taking their time. As we approach halftime, they have a 3-point lead.
But you'd like to see him get some more points here since the Colonels start off the second half with the ball. So Morris in the backfield with Avery Wood as he keeps it. They try to strip the ball, but he hangs on, and that's good for a 4-yard gain.
Avery Wood
Arm tackles are
On a
not
keeper for
going to
Campbell
work
County.
against Avery Wood. He's too big of a power runner.
brought down by
As
57.
he's able to get past
Brendan
the first
Stiff.
defender, make him miss, and take it down.
It'll be
It's gonna
third and 9.
So we'll see what the Camels elect to do here with 3rd and 9. Ball is snapped. He's looking to pass. He's got Zabonic out left again on that out route.
Complete.
Man, what a catch.
Number 83, Jake Zabonic.
I think Avery Wood would probably
26
say
on the
that last
push-out.
week wasn't some of his
That's
better
Harrison. And that's good enough for
passing
yet another
attempts
Campbell
as far as
County
accuracy
first
goes. But
down.
tonight, you got to give the kid credit. He's put it on the money. Zabonic has led the way there for the receivers. Nate Hess has had a few struggles in the game, but Zabonic's had a nice game, made another nice catch there. Another 3rd and 10-ish out route there by the Camels.
And Avery Wood is sacked on the play.
Camels going to call a
Avery
timeout
Wood.
here, a minute 11 left to go.
Is met and hit by Brendan Johnson.
They have the ball at the Colonel
And
yard
Campbell County
line,
calls
their
timeout.
Colonel 32-yard line. Second and 13
Hey fans, the following
coming
message
up
comes
for the
from Connie
Camels.
Polgears, Director of School Improvement and Community Education here for Campbell County Schools.
We'll see
Did
what
you know
they
that
can do.
Campbell County School District
I
is
feel
only
pretty
one
good
of
about,
4
despite
school
only
districts
3
in
points
the
on
state
the
of
board, I
Kentucky
feel
to
like it
receive
should be a whole
Kentucky's
lot
highest
more the way
assessment
they've moved the ball here
classification.
tonight.
Distinguished Progressing.
And again, you just have to
With
wonder,
an overall
when are they
score
going
in
to
the
bring the
93rd
safety help
percentile on recent state
over for the
assessments.
cornerbacks
The
who are
Campbell
leaving
County
them
School
out
District
single
is one of the
coverage,
top performing
and
school
the
districts
Camels are
in the
just
state and
pitching
ranks
and
4th
catching,
overall
making
among
it
Northern
too
Kentucky
easy to
school
complete the
districts.
first downs
Fans, let's
there.
give our students,
they've
faculty,
really
and
put the
staff a
Colonels in an
big round of
interesting spot
applause.
because on one hand, do you double team Zabonic, who's having a heck of a game tonight, you know, and take a guy out of the box, or do you keep that guy in the box and leave that corner with the one-on-one coverage against Zabonic? And it's just the Camels the offensive coordinator should be proud of what he's been able to put together here tonight, and the play calling and the execution by the Camel offense.
They come. Coming from the right side.
So it's a pass. They try to hit Zabonic again. Who gets away from him? And that's a Camel touchdown.
Number 83,
Just
Avery
another
Woods.
great
Takes
throw
them
by
out.
Avery Woods.
32-yard
Samonica,
strike.
another
And a
great
Camel
route. And those two have definitely had their connections tonight. And the problem with Dixie Heights not executing at all in that last offensive possession is it left way too much time for the Camels to come right back, get an easy score. And now they could be up 10-0 heading into the half. We've still got a minute 05 left to go, and the Dixie Heights has shown a few flashes of speed when they've got the ball.
And to attempt the extra point, number 2,
And this
Stuart
would
Canelli.
be-
His holder is Zabonic. The kick is up.
So the kick is
Wide
no
right,
good.
no good. 105 remaining in
So,
quarter number 2. Here in
interesting.
beautiful Alexandria,
Makes a
Kentucky.
45-yard
The
field
Campbell
goal
from Campbell
and
County 9.
Misses the extra
And the
point.
Colonel.
Oh, the beauty
0.
of sports, the highest of highs, the lowest of lows.
Especially at the high school level, you really never know what you're going to get. But the Camels still have the lead, 9-0. They're already doing better than the last 4 teams that Dixie has played. So you can't complain with how the defense and the offense have shown up here tonight for the Camels.
Some of the greatest sports players and coaches of all time have always talked about how the losses and the misses and the easy ones that they missed and the are always way harder on them than the tough ones that they make. And Stuart Canelli got a feel for the kid, makes a 45-yard field goal, and then misses the extra point. But the beauty thing is they hang on to this win and he goes back to school on Monday. Nobody's going to remember the extra point miss. They'll all just be patting him on the back for the 45-yard field goal.
Yeah, I think he might have exempt himself from any kicker jokes for the next week or so.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they'll kick this one away.
It's a knuckleball. That can't be. All right, he picked the wrong lane.
And he'll return
The
it to
nice
the
return by number
26-yard line.
26. Ethan Harrison
57.8 seconds
across
left
the
to go
25 to about
in
the
the first
26-yard line.
or the second quarter, first
For
half.
33,
That's what I meant to say.
Joe
Maybe if I'm the
Kramer.
Colonels, I'll take one shot downfield.
And
See
number
if you can
40,
get something. See if you can get
wrapped
a pass
up by
interference.
Jimmy Garland.
If it's intercepted,
It'll be
it's a
first and
30, 40,
10 for the Colonel.
40-yard bomb. It's not going to hurt you that bad, most likely, but you can't have a turnover here. Close.
But he's going to do the read option there, and he gets free, and he's off to the races. Makes a nice cutback. Wow. What can you say about that run?
Holy more. Wow.
That's a
Number
74-yard
7, Drew
touchdown
Moore.
run.
Drew Moore just totally
Outstanding
took over
run
that
for the
entire
Colonel.
play and has somehow
Bramble,
made what
74
was a
yards,
9-0
and a Colonel
Campbell
touchdown.
County lead cut down to 9-6, potentially 9-7 after the extra point attempt, as we just saw, which is not always a gimme. But what can you say? Drew Moore, where was that? The whole first half. Who knew that he had those kind of moves to just take off with it? He actually
He got some
looked like Washington there on that run.
he got some crazy blocks, and his field vision on that play was just ridiculous.
The
As
extra
he kicked
point
the field
attempt by
goal,
Gunther
and it is no good.
That extra point is no good. So 9-6,
seconds
both
remaining.
teams have missed an extra
Campbell
point here
County
tonight.
9, Colonel 6.
41 seconds left.
Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. It's just like, you're talking about video games earlier. That looked like something out of a video game where he's like, oh, I'm just going to run this way. And now I'm going to run this way. He's just cutting it back and forth. And the pursuit by the Camels was just not there.
I thought Sauerback was going to catch him as well as he caught Washington earlier on the long run, but just couldn't get him. And that time we just saw this speed and stride from Moore that we have definitely not seen in this game. I mean, that was incredible. He looks like an athletic kid, got the long legs and just a
Back deep for Campbell
strong
County,
upper
number
body.
34.
And that time we saw it. I mean, he looked like a
And Moore has
college
number
type, just
13.
taking off and going
Eli
right there.
Matthews kicking off.
Just had a nice run to begin with down the sideline, about 40, 50 yards already.
Number
Then was able to
52,
just cut it
Alex
upfield. I thought he was
Lopez.
going to go out of bounds. He didn't cut it upfield and somehow found his way into the end zone.
Yeah, most quarterbacks would have just run it out of bounds there. to avoid the hit, but he cut it back up towards the middle and was gone.
The Colonels are going to take a timeout and possibly
And the Colonels
discuss what
call
they're gonna
timeout.
do
That is
here
their final charge.
the
Timeout.
kickoff. We see them come out earlier and
Tonight's
look for
Campbell
the
County
little
football dinner was provided
squib
by
kick.
Fisher Homes. Stop by Summer Lake to get more information on our
it
Heroes
was
program, which
unsuccessful to
gives
start the
additional
game. The Camels
discounts
got
to
the ball
teachers,
in good field
nurses,
possession.
and the military.
Was not
Thanks
able
again
to
to
do
Fisher
anything
Homes
with it.
of Summer Lake.
Yeah, they might be trying some trickery here, calling the timeout. Or maybe they were going to try something and change their minds at the last second.
I'd like to give true serum to the offensive coaches for the Colonels and see with that last possession if they were really going for a possible big play, or if they were just more expecting a 5-yard run and running out at the end of the first half.
All right, so he'll kick it deep, and it'll be fielded at the 15-yard line. And he is tripped
Number
up on the play.
34, Brandon Morris.
Brandon Morris
Return
returning
out
the kick.
near the 25.
And the
Brought
Colonels
down
fans
by
that have made
Evan
the trek
Hicks.
over here to Campbell County
A nice tackle by Mr. Hicks. It'll be
have
first and
something
10
to cheer
for the
about
Camels.
as their team
All
has got
spotted at
back
the
into this
24-yard
game
line.
thanks to the long touchdown run of Drew Moore. It's not impossible to think that the Camels couldn't come out and try a big play.
I might try one of those screens that they've been running.
He's offsides.
Yep, he'll be running in there for the blitz to try and jump the count, and the Camels delay it just enough to get him to jump off sides.
Encroachment by the defense. That'll be a 5-yard
Yeah,
penalty.
probably just got a little too
against the
excited
Colonels.
right there, but 37 seconds to go. The last thing you want to do if you're the Colonels is help the Camels move the ball without any time coming off the clock.
I'd go back to 3. I'd go back and give him a shot.
Still single coverage out on the receivers. Actually, now they've got one safety over the top
Up on Jake's side.
on Zabonic, but down here with Hess is open.
So they'll run it.
Avery Wood on a keeper left side.
That's probably going to be the end of the first half. We'll see if the Camels decide to just take it on in with the lead 9-6
Number
or try
57,
and
Fisk
run
on
one
the
more
tackle.
play. They're up 9-6.
Timeout with
Team still standing around.
Let's try something. Let's do the
So they might try to run one more play. And straight verticals for everybody. And he almost has him.
And that will be the final play of quarter number 2 here in Alexandria. For halftime score, the
Looking
Fighting
to
Camels of
connect
Campbell
there
County
with
9, the Dixie
Pickenshirt
Colonels
or
6.
Nate Hess, who were both in the area, unsuccessful. But a good solid first half of play for the Camels, leading 9-6.
Yeah, you can't complain with how the Camels have been playing. This Dixie Heights team comes in here and they are, they're tough, you know, haven't hardly given up any points all year.
Just one loss on the year, right?
Just one loss on the year, you know, so I'm pretty happy with how the Camels have played. Granted, I'm just the commentator.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this
Campbell
time,
County
if you would
Media
please
Central,
direct your
which is what
attention
you
to
were
the
watching.
track. I would like to take this opportunity while we have a
I
little
haven't had a chance to really
time
mention
to
that. You're
introduce
watching
the
Campbell County
cheerleading
Media
squad
Central, home of the
for
Campbell
both
County
the
Camels.
Dixie Heights Colonels and the
last week for us here
Fighting
at
Camels of Campbell County.
We had a game that was reminiscent to watching a Red Sox-Yankees game that just lasted forever, especially the second half. But tonight, that first half flew by as
again, I'd like to introduce the
didn't have a
cheerleading
whole lot
squad
of
first
timeouts and
for the
breaks
Dixie
of
Heights
action.
Colonels.
But the Camels and even to some extent the
Colonel
Colonels were moving the
cheerleaders are
ball
under
pretty
the
well, and you
direction
get
of
first downs,
Kelsey
a lot
St.
of runs
John
going
and
on
Brandon
there in the
Garvey.
first half. That's just going to keep the clock
It
moving.
was a wave down there, Kelsey and
Definitely
Brandon.
been an exciting game.
First up,
and, we'll have
Akiva
more right after
Arana.
this break. You're watching Campbell County Media Central, home of the
Brittany
Campbell County Camels.
Alexander,
We'll be right back.
Emerson Bob.
All right, welcome back,
Tomorrow
sports fans.
afternoon at 1
You were
o'clock,
watching
Simon
Campbell
Kent
County Media
Pioneers and
Central,
the Boone County
home of the
Rebels
Campbell
at
County
Boone
Fighting
County.
Camels. And let me tell you,
And Lyle
tonight it
travels
is a
to
fight
Park Hill to
indeed.
take on Covington
Big
Catholic.
Doug.
It's
And that
been
is
a
also
great
1
game
o'clock
first
kickoff.
half, closely contested, and both teams played well in the first half, especially on defense. We thought we might see a little bit more of a defensive game tonight compared to last week, and that we have. So far, 9-6, the Camels are up on the visiting Colonels, as the Camels have moved the ball well the first half tonight.
Much better on the ground than they have through the air.
About the out route's been the only thing that they've been really successful at on a consistent basis. They've had Zabonic over the middle a couple times. I know one went off his hands and was incomplete. But the big highlight for me in the first half was the 45-yard field goal. Just a great kick and by Stuart Canaley there as he comes off to start the second half and kick it off for the Camels. But for the Colonels, if
Kicking off for
Drew
Campbell
Moore
County
can run the way that he did on that last
to
possession
Stuart
here in the
Canaley.
second half, the Camels have got to watch out because
That's
we
Officer
saw some
Canaley.
athleticism
deep
and
for the Colonel.
speed from that kid on
Joe
that
Ray
long
Hausman.
run that was key to getting them on the board before
Number
we ended the
34,
first half.
Darian Washington,
And the Camels will pooch
and
kick
Ethan
it.
Harrison.
Good catch, kid.
That was a nice catch from Brandon Brown of
Ball
the
taken by number
Colonels.
2.
Tough over the
Brandon
shoulder
Brown.
catch.
That'll be 1st and 10 Colonels. Ball spotted at the 34.
All right, so the Colonels will take it from the 34.
I think we're in just for a real treat here in the second half. Should be a good one. I bet it comes down to the final possession. These two teams seem to be evenly matched. Both hungry for a win here on a beautiful Friday night in Campbell County.
Takes the handoff one way, and they'll take it up the middle, but that's only good for maybe a yard, maybe half a yard.
Washington is
Thanks to Ellie
somebody to
Bozum,
watch
our
for in the
7th grade
second
Campbell
half.
County
Let's see, he
guest
had
PA
a couple
announcer.
of nice plays,
She is the
quick runs
daughter of
there
Lori Tom
in the
Bozum,
first
and she
half.
is
Let's
a
see if
7th
he can
grade
come
Campbell
out
County Middle School.
and get electric and do
Assisted
something
tonight
here
by
in the
Emmy
second
Schumacher.
half.
Thanks for helping out,
Our
Ellie.
passing game didn't really see all that. Didn't
Gain
seem
of 2
all
yards,
that,
2nd down and
to
8.
work out in their favor for the Colonels there in the first half. So they're going to need the speed of Moore and Washington, as now we see Washington come into motion.
There it is again. All right.
He tries to take it
Got ball out
himself,
there
but
again, kid.
only gets about a yard.
Drew Moore and a
Ball
keeper.
out there again.
He's got to
Brought
watch
down on the play.
trying to stretch for
by
that extra yard when you're
Austin
6
Myers.
yards away from the first down. You might not want to do that. It'd be easy to lose it in that scenario. 3rd and 6, and right away, Campbell's a minute into the third quarter might have themselves a big stop.
Their motion.
Almost fumbles the snap as he rolls out right on the
Wide
pass,
open.
and he's wide open indeed as he's pushed out of bounds at the
Pass is complete.
46-yard
Number
line.
82, Andrew Hedger.
That's Andrew Hedger again,
Pushed out of bounds
who had
by
a
number
huge
20.
play earlier in the
That's
game.
Dustin Turner, and that's good enough for
They've
a
had those
Colonel
nice
first down.
rollouts and been able to find the tight ends splitting out, and he basically goes and camps out at the sideline. He's made a couple of nice catches tonight for the Colonels, now driving in Campbell County territory.
The handoff, and it looks like it's Washington again, just carrying defenders along with him.
The Colonels are getting some momentum coming up here in the second half, fired up, looking to
Washington on
possibly
a carry
tie
for
the
the
game
Colonels.
or
That'll
take
be
the
about a
lead.
9-yard pickup.
And the Campbells here in the second half, they
Brought down
have
by
to
Myers
make
of
the
Campbell
Colonels
County. It'll be 2nd and 1.
put the ball in the air. They got to bring pressure up the middle, and they got to bring the blitzes in the corners over from the side. They have got to make Drew Moore prove that he can beat them with his arm.
So man in motion,
Pitch.
and he hands it up the middle, and it looks like it's good for a first down. And there's a flag on the play.
Capel carries left side. There's a penalty marker down.
Whatever it is, it's probably going to be a personal foul.
Think it's going in through to
Sauer
the
back on the
Colonels.
tackle. Let's see what the call is.
We'll see. The officials are huddling together. And it is going to go against the Colonels, which is going to back them up all the way to the 50.
Personal
And whenever
foul.
the Colonels player
Against
found
the
out that it
Colonels.
was on him, he was absolutely irate.
It's after the play.
He is upset on the sidelines, and he's getting into it with one of his own players on the sideline as they trying to have him take a seat. The coaches are having a discussion
What are we
with him.
moving the chains? Oh, okay, dead ball foul. Move back.
That's Seth Capel, who they called the personal foul on.
And
And I believe he was the ball carrier on the last play.
he might just need to cool off a little bit, and he'll probably be back in this game. And there's another flag on the play.
Whistle before the snap.
That's what they did.
And the
before.
Colonels, after a good couple of plays to start the second
The referee,
half,
Steve
come out and
Kromeyer,
shot themselves in the
signals
foot.
false start against the offense. 5-yard penalty repeats.
There's a huge
First down,
pile up
first and
there
15,
on
ball
the
spotted at
run
the
that,
Colonel 45.
that preceded the personal foul a minute ago, and we couldn't really see everything that happened live. To me, by the reaction of Capel, made me wonder if somebody from the Camels did something first. He reacted to it and got caught. And a lot of times that's what you see is the guy who does something second is the one who gets flagged.
Hold on.
So
Down,
looks like he's back in the game.
Number
and
36.
he carries the ball
Seth
for about
Capel
4
carries
yards.
for the Colonels, brought down by number 52, Nick Sauerbeck.
Just kidding. It was more like 2 yards.
It'll be second down and 13.
Looked like 4 yards, but I believe his knee or something might have come
Yeah.
down and touched first before he was able to try and scamper for 2 more yards.
So second and 13. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Hospital passing situation for the Colonels. And if they do that, look for the rollout.
And he does. He rolls right.
Good
Got
contain.
pressure, and he hits Capel for the
Drew
first
Moore's
down.
pass. Complete.
Sometimes when you see
Capel
somebody
on
come
the
up with so much
reception.
anger and aggression,
And
you
Colonel,
expect that to
first down.
backfire against him. Capel looked like that it's fired him up.
Back on the play
Here
by
as he's made a
Sauerbeck.
couple of nice plays since checking
Ball
back
spotted
into the
at
game after having the personal
36,
foul
first
called
and
on
10
him.
Colonels.
And the Colonels, once again, moving the ball. The Camels have not stopped them so far. The Colonels have only stopped them themselves here in the second half.
So Moore hands the ball off to Washington, makes another nice move to get some extra yards, but it's still only good
Arian
for about
Washington
3.
on the carry.
Such a
Matthews.
slashy runner. If he makes
On
some
the
cut
tackle,
and
it'll
gets
be
to the
a
outside,
gain of 3, second and 7.
he gets that first up the middle, man, he could be gone at any time. But the Camels, minus the one really long run that they had there in the first half, they've done a good job of stopping them there.
Blow it up. Blow up the center.
Man in motion, that's Washington. He fakes the handoff to him, breaks a tackle,
Quick.
and he's out to the sidelines where he'll be pushed out.
Quarterback Drew Moore on a keeper on
Fighting
the
the
right
first
side
down.
this
Let's see if he
time.
got it. Just
David.
short, I believe.
David Gaskins on the tackle.
Maybe a yard short. Colonels come up 3rd and 1 to go. And you can bet the fact this is probably not a passing play for the Colonels. This one, maybe even Capel again. They got 2 backs in the backfield.
And there's a flag on the play. It's a false start
Ball
again.
start against the Colonel offense, 5-yard penalty.
Washington's going to check back in the Colonel backfield. 3rd and 6 to go. 4 down territory here for the Colonels, so no rush to necessarily gain it all right here.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm just still thinking that they're going to run the ball here and look for 2 runs to pick up the first down.
It'll be 3rd down and 6.
What I was going to say is they've had 25 yards worth of penalties on this drive alone. As they do try to run the ball here, they stretch it out with Washington. And it looks like he'll be stopped
He's
just
just
at
short.
it.
34, Darian
I think
Washington.
he's going to be just short.
Ball inside the
Maybe
30 down to
3/4
the
of a yard, maybe a full yard.
7.
Short, 4th
By
down.
Matthews on a tackle.
Usually 4th down plays, 4th and 1, we see it from the Camels offense. Teams just want to go right
It'll
up the
be
middle.
4th
You
and
don't want
1.
to bounce it outside or run east to west. You want to run north to south. But Washington seems to be more of the east to west runner. When they want to just plow it up the middle, they give it to Capel and the fullback. So look for that right here.
They put him in motion. They hand the ball off to Capel.
Number 33.
Sorry, that wasn't Capel. That was
Ben Owens through the center of the line.
Ben
Picks up a
Ben
handle,
Owens.
first
Owens.
down. Ball spotted at the 22-yard line.
Haven't seen a whole lot of him carrying the ball tonight, but he got the carry there in a big situation. The Colonels
Number 33,
coming out.
Joe
This is,
Kramer on the tackle.
despite already having a
First and 10
touchdown, this
Colonels.
is their best drive of the night. They've ate up 8 minutes, or excuse me, yes, 5 minutes on the play, or here to start the second half.
rolling around. He's got,
Kicked at him.
oh my goodness, what a catch.
Well, Washington had fallen down on the play, so the D-back
Drew
went up
Moore's
to
pass is complete to number
get
34,
on the quarterback.
Washington.
Washington got back to his feet and was able to haul in the
Holds the place to
reception.
the 12-yard line and a Colonel first down.
Good concentration by Washington to get back up, make the play on the ball, but it's 1st and 10.
Camels need to show up big here on the D and come up with the stop.
And they hand it off to Capel, it looks like.
Seth Capel carries center of the line, advances the ball inside the 10.
The way they're moving the ball, especially on the ground here, it reminds me of the way the Camels were doing it.
33
in the first
Kramer
half.
on the
It's
stop.
almost like the two teams switched jerseys.
Gain of 3,
and came
second
out
and
the-
7.
They have similar offenses, and we've certainly seen that here tonight.
Yes, and it looks like they're running the offense that they wanted to run from the get-go, and the Camels have just been unable to stop them so far. As they put them in motion, they'll hand it off up the middle to Capel. And it's very rare that you see like a
Capel
true
on the carry.
fullback
Down inside
like
the
Capel
5.
in high school football,
Power back on the stop.
especially with a lot of these spread offenses that people run now. But he is they just hand the ball to him, and he just very
Gonna be
fridge-like
third down and
powers
2.
forward, and really hard to stop.
Usually they're just in there to lead the way or to be a blocker, but tonight we've seen fullbacks do the show here for the Colonels.
Get him.
Just gets away from him, and he'll run this one in for a touchdown, but there's a penalty,
What was that?
and we'll see who this
Late.
is against.
Drew
Late,
Moore
it's coming back.
into the
It's
end
going
zone,
to be
a penalty
on the
marker
wide
down.
receiver. A questionable call in the sense of the timing, at the very least there, as the Colonels will be called for holding out, and it's going to go against the wide receiver, who is none too happy with the call.
Holding against the Colonel offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It'll be
Scott,
repeat
I
third
believe,
down.
is who that hold went against.
So that costs them a touchdown, and it'll be 3rd and 8.
Drew Moore busted it outside there.
All right, Camel fans, how about a little Camel Thunder?
Probably no reason for the hold to even occur. But again, feel bad for the Colonels because on that play, that flag came in awfully late. Moore had already crossed in the end zone. See if they go with the pass here, and we're going to have a timeout called. 9-6, the Colonels trailing, but looking to tie or possibly take the lead.
And the Colonels call timeout. That is their first charge timeout.
5:21 left to go here in the third quarter.
The Camels have not touched the ball yet in the third quarter, and we're already halfway through it.
Yeah, flying by. Again, sometimes when we've had several of these first downs picked up and lots of yards gained on the ground, it just makes that clock zoom on by.
Fans, near the conclusion of tonight's
I
game,
mean,
we
you
will
have to
announce the
wonder
Jolly
where
Plumbing
was
players of the
this
game for both
offense here
Dixie
in the first
and
half.
Campbell
The
County,
only
sponsored by
two plays that really stuck
Jolly
out
Plumbing.
were the long run by Washington and then, of course, the Moore scamper in for a touchdown. But so far, this second half and this first drive has just been real impressive for the Colonels, chewing up the clock and just gaining first down after first down despite shooting themselves in the foot a couple times.
By the way, you were watching Campbell County Media Central, home of the Campbell County Camels. And It's again a pleasure to be here at Campbell Stadium. Their hospitality is always wonderful. They're always really nice to us and help us out with whatever we need. So we're really glad to be here, and we're glad that they allow us to be here. And we're really excited about this football game tonight. It's been a good matchup as Moore takes the snap, and he's looking left. He's got pressure. The defender falls, and he's got a man in the end zone. Does he hang on to it? We'll see the call from the referee.
I think he actually came out and stepped out at the half-yard line. He was in the end zone by the time he gained possession of the ball. I think he was at the half-yard line. Let's see, the referees are huddling together. He actually had the touchdown. The ball hit him in the hands, and he was kind of juggling it for a minute, and they're going to call it an incomplete pass.
Wow.
Must have been juggling it all the way.
Pass is ruled incomplete.
Of course, I was on the opposite side from where we were sitting, so I didn't have a great look at it.
That's one of those plays that would probably get reviewed if it were in the NFL or the college level, but that's not an option here in high school. So what the ref says goes, and we'll see if they're going to try to.
Their offense is still on the field. They must have a
It'll be
little
fourth
faith,
down.
very little faith in their kicking game. Big play, probably the biggest play of the game that we've had in the early going. 4th and 8, they can still get a first down.
He fakes the handoff. He's looking to pass. And it is knocked away by the Campbell defense. And that'll be a turnover on down.
The pass.
A very long drive by the Colonels comes up empty.
The play calling there, it was beautiful. The
Broken up
whole
by
second
Eli
half,
Matthews.
just time after time,
And the ball will be turned over on downs to the
Not
Camels.
exactly sure. 2 reasons there on the 4th down call. You can't kick a field goal of 27 yards, then you must have pretty much no faith in your field goal kicker. But to throw that play, which is basically just a drop back and throw up a prayer, try and lob one in, go in like alley-oop style there on the pass, it just did not work out for the Colonels.
So the Camels get the ball back starting at the 10-yard line.
Handoff went to Howard. And possibly a turnover. The Colonels are saying they have it. 2nd down, the referee says.
Oh man, you can see the entire
Howard.
Dixie Heights team is like
Lost
piled
the
up
play
in
of 2 yards.
that corner, that border where they're not allowed to cross, and they're all up in there, and they are pushing. They're all pointing. It's our ball, it's our ball, but the ref calls a 2nd down. So. Camels in the shotgun, deep in their own territory. And Avery Wood on the quarterback keeper is met at the line again. Maybe lost a couple on that play.
Wood on a keeper.
3rd
Tackle on
and
the
long
play by
coming
number
up for
33,
the
Ben
Camels,
Owens.
as they have not shown signs of the same offense that we saw
Be 3rd down
in
and
the
13.
first half.
Well, they pretty much have to pass on this play.
Oh, they got Hess over here, safety top over up. It's helping out on Zabonic, but Hess is out here still single coverage.
And that's who they throw it to. It's just over his head.
The pass for Dave
And it might have been a little bit long on the throw. I thought I saw
on the play
possibly
by Radenhausen. He's incomplete.
down the
It'll be
field
4th
on the
down.
pass.
But it'll be 4th down, and the Camels will have no choice but to punt on this one. And hopefully, they can punt it pretty deep.
What the hell are we doing?
Hess will go back to do the punting duties.
Hess is the punter, huh?
Brown and Pennick in deep punt formation.
Snap. Good snap.
Hess is your punter.
Good snap. Good snap. Kick the hell
The ball is away, and it's a line drive.
It would have been a pretty
And the ball
good
sails
solid
out of
kick
bounds?
had it stayed in bounds the whole way, but instead it went out of bounds. We'll see will they mark it, and it's going to be out of
Right
the
at the 40-yard line
and
of
the
Campbell
Camels
County.
might have
It'll be
got a
1st
break
and
on
10.
that spot too.
And that's one of those instances where the referee is just walking up the sideline, and you're like, where did this go out of
Right.
bounds? And, luckily,
Fans,
stops
it's time
at the
to
40.
pull out those
Tough call for them, and he's right there on the
tickets.
Camels sideline as
Please
well.
claim
so
your
you know
prize
he's got
within
some
1 minute,
influence
or
in
all
Tennessee.
proceeds go to the Save the PA Announcers Children's Scholarship Fund. Winning ticket 285
4:07 left to
525.
play here in the third quarter.
Winning
as
ticket
more in the offense for the
285
Colonels comes back on the
525. If you have the
field.
winning ticket, please come to the press box to claim your prize.
Successful drive that they had last time out, except for it did not result in any points. They look like they got to go for touchdowns or nothing here tonight.
Washington stretches it out left. And that's going to be a definite late hit. They're almost standing on the track, and he shoves him down. But
Washington
nice
on a carry
run
left
there,
side.
and
A
a late
penalty marker
hit
comes in late.
out of bounds.
that was Austin Myers, and this is not his first late hit penalty, assuming that's what it is. And yes,
Personal foul against the Camel defense.
he's one of those guys that's really aggressive, and sometimes it gets the better of him. And he will cost the Camels 15 yards there. So
And the Colonels here in the second half have just had
Good
good
first
solid
and 10
offensive
Colonels.
play after good solid
Ball
offensive play.
spotted at the
Again,
Camel
only
14.
beating themselves at times with play calling decisions or penalties.
well, they have turned the ball over twice on downs in the red zone. So we'll see if the Camels can stop them again here
Number 33
as they
on the
stretch that
carry
play
is
out
Ben Owens.
and bring them down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, with the Colonels here in the second half, I'd say just keep with the fullback runs right up the gut. They're bringing Washington in motion, almost
The
running
tackle
the
for Campbell
same
County,
play
number 20,
every time.
Dustin
And
Turner,
then Morris
and
just
number
handing it
33,
off to a different
Kramer.
guy. Washington around on the side, or one of the fullbacks up
Okay,
the
on the
gut.
play,
And that's been
second and
working for
10.
them. I don't know why they would go away from that here until the Camels prove that they can stop it.
They have an interesting offensive scheme.
Paging
Running
Shamar
sort of like
Wise. Shamar Wise, you're one
a
in the
Georgia
backfield.
Tech style triple option on just about every play with the two running backs, and the third goes in motion. And they'll stop him at about
And off left
the
side.
11-yard line, which will be good for 3-4 yards.
Number 36,
4 down territory
Capel.
figure here for Dixie Heights.
Carries left side, picks up 3
As
yards.
they are 7 yards shy of a first down, 11 yards
Kramer,
shy
number
of the
33, along with
touchdown
number
and
48.
the lead if they can get it.
Brandon Oldendick on the tackle.
I might run this one back towards the
I mean,
middle,
third down and 7.
just to give you a better position if you do decide to kick the field goal.
Possibly a Drew Moore rollout to the right.
He's got a guy open, and man, he just powers forward.
That's Capel, I believe, and he took that down for a
Pass
first
is
down.
complete. Drew Moore.
It should have been probably about a 3-yard gain at best, and they just carried
Oh,
some
he spotted
defenders on
inside
his
the 5,
shoulders
down
down
to
to
the
the
3.
3-yard line.
First
First
and
and
goal,
goal from
Colonel.
the 3. Here comes the power running game for the Colonels.
And Moore tries to make a move.
Oh,
He'll
they
get
got-
in there for a touchdown.
And Drew Moore
Touchdown. I thought he
against the
might have
end
been
zone
a
for
little bit
a
short and
touchdown.
fell down before the end zone, but they gave him the score. 12-9, Dixie Heights comes out on top. Two just real impressive drives here for the Colonels to open it up here in the second half. As watch the extra point, because as we saw, we've already seen it twice tonight, one on each side. This is not a gimme. This could keep it a 3-point game.
The kick is up, and it's almost blocked, and it is good.
The extra point attempt is up and good.
So the
2:08
Colonels now
remaining
lead
in the
by
third
4
quarter.
with
Dixie
2:08
13,
left to
Campbell
go
County
in the third quarter. Camels coming out on their second drive of the second half, and they're going to need to get a nice sustainable drive and go for some points on the board. They've been ahead this whole game in the first half, outplayed the Colonels, but the second half team,
That's one
both
more
teams
call
are different
for the
teams than what
split
we
the
saw
pot
in the
jackpot
first half.
ticket winning ticket number. We're in possession of 2-8,
And you mentioned earlier
5-5,
about
2-5. Please come to the press box.
Gracious
2-8, 5-5,
way that they host us
2-5.
and let us come out here. And this is a beautiful place and just a real nice facility, a great atmosphere for football on a Friday night. And I would just encourage anybody who has a chance, come check out the game here or at your own
Kicking
local high
off for the
school
Colonels,
on a
number
Friday night.
52,
Support the kids.
Alex Lopez, backgate Morris, and Matthews.
Yeah,
Also,
great. Go ahead.
while we got a second, I'd just like to wish a happy birthday to my man, Kevin Sluter.
Oh, come on now.
Who is a beautiful 25 years old today.
Come on now, you're gonna make me blush.
Happy
You
birthday,
can't see
Kevin.
me blushing, but I am. All right, the ball's fielded at the 11. Tries to take it up to the left side, cuts it back, and doesn't get anything going.
Eli Matthews on a return out across the 20. Number 23, Aaron Springer, first man on the scene.
That was Eli
For the
Matthews, the ball
Colonels, it'll be
carrier.
first and 10 Camels.
You are watching Campbell County Media Central, home of the Campbell County Camels. With 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, the score is Dixie Heights 13, Campbell County 9.
I think the Campbells need a score here. At the very least, a field goal, get a long drive. They've got to change the field positioning here, as it's mostly been over on the Camels side tonight. They've got to get back over into the Colonels' territory.
Does the read option to Howard.
Alex Howard around the left side.
Takes it for about 2 yards.
Brought down by number 58, Colson Macklin.
And as it gets later in the game, you have to wonder when they'll start switching more to a passing.
2-yard
Attack.
pickup, second and 8.
And if they can switch to it.
Now, I've seen the safeties come out now, and they've had 2 deep safety looks on the first 2 plays here for the Campbells.
Avery Wood rolls out right, fires to Zabonic.
Zabonic
Is complete.
pass from Wood to Zabonic is complete. Got up about 4 yards.
They're down in 4 to go here for the Campbells.
We're down in
They're
4.
looking to get their first down of the second half. This time they're going to have Zabonic and Hess line up on the same side of the field. Just under a minute to go here in the third quarter of play. Avery Wood and the Campbells looking to pick up a first down. Dixie Heights going for the stop.
Zabonic in motion. Avery Wood decides to keep it, and he'll be stopped at the line.
Avery Wood's still down on the play, and he's at very best going to be slow to get
Avery
up.
Wood
He's going to get some help from
on
teammates
a
and up, and
keeper.
that's good to see. That might be the last
Number
play
57 on the
of
tackle.
the third
That's
quarter.
Fisk.
We'll watch for Wood. He's shaking
set up
up
fourth
on
down.
the play.
In the punt for Campbell County, number 3, Nate Hess.
Might have just had the wind knocked out of him. I say
Back in number
just, but
21, Michael
compared
Penix.
to some of the injuries you
Number
could sustain in a
15,
football game,
Absolutely.
it's not the worst.
See if Hess can get off a good punt if they do get it off here before the third quarter, if they'll wait until the end, and that's what they'll do.
And that will be the final play of quarter number 3 here in Alexandria. The Dixie Heights Colonels 13 and Campbell County 9.
So that's the end of the
Hey,
third
fans,
quarter.
it's
We're
time
watching
to
Campbell
announce the
County Media
Skyline
Central, home
Chili
of the
fan
Campbell
of the
County
game.
Camels. And it is the Skyline Chili,
Skyline Chili fan of the game.
week.
Tonight's lucky
Not that
fan
we have
is
anything to do with
Taylor
that.
Christ.
But it's still exciting.
Taylor Christ
It's
has been selected as the Skyline Chili fan of the game. Taylor will receive
Skyline
a
at least thought this game was
$25
important.
Skyline
As do
Chili
we.
gift card.
Absolutely, and it's been a good one.
Big thank
Two
you to
quality teams
Skyline
in our
Chili
area,
for their support of
not
tonight's
too far
Skyline
away from
Showdown
each other,
Shootout.
so a nice little rivalry game. And so far, it's lived up to the hype, as 2 solid defensive teams and power running games have really taken over the game, and the Camels just not showing any real signs of life on offense, which is just
Fans, once again, I'd
surprising
like
to
to
me, the way
recognize
they
our
just
scoreboard
moved the ball up and down the
sponsors.
field in the first
Include
half.
Snappy
Now the
Tomato
Campbells
Pizza,
trailed by 4
Alexandria
here
Tire
at the start
Center
of the
and
fourth quarter, and
Goodyear.
having to come out
Fall
and
special
punt. And the way
includes a
Dixie
$10
Heights just
off
shoot up the
their
clock
fall
there in the
special.
third quarter.
Service,
It's
Total Care
gotta make you
Chiropractic,
wonder, the
CMC
Camels
Collision
need to
Center,
stop
the Diamond
on
Exchange,
the next
Celtic
offensive
Roofing,
possession for the
Carey
Colonels,
Chevrolet and
because
Hyundai of
otherwise this
Alexandria.
thing
Stop
could
out
get
and see
over
Adam
here
Johnson
quickly.
and Mike Lyons for your
So
next car
hopefully they'll
purchase.
pin 'em deep
And
here.
Smith and Jolly,
As
landscaping.
will punt the ball away.
Be 4th down.
Colonels are in safe, protecting against the fake. And Hess just botched the punt. Tough night for Hess so far.
Yeah, just not his best game, but that's, that's part of the game. Is sometimes, you don't have a good night, but still early. Well,
Punt sails out of bounds
early.
at
Still
the
a quarter left
40-yard
football.
line.
That's right,
First
and you
10
never know
Colonels.
if Hess or somebody comes back and makes a game-winning catch here later on. That's all anybody will remember. But the Camels defense has to pick up Hess. They have to pick up their offense and make a stop here. Shut down this power running game for the Colonels.
Drops back to pass.
Pick.
Oh man, it's almost intercepted. It's knocked away though.
Pass intended for
I
number
think
82.
that's the
broken up,
best thing the
incomplete.
Camels can see is that the Colonels can, or the
And we're
Camels
going
want
to
the
go
Colonels
to
to
ticket
throw the
number
ball.
2. The first ticket was
I
not
would
playing.
think more in this passing game.
Split
just
the
hasn't
pot
really
jackpot
been
ticket number
on their
285.
best game tonight.
132.
And that was Joe Kramer,
285.
the defender on the play.
132. Please come to the press box to claim your
Did
prize.
the old
Thank you.
face garden play on that one.
Yeah. Got right up in his grill. Ball snapped. It's a handoff to Washington. The way this kid cuts and moves
Number 34 on the carry.
is unreal.
Arian Washington.
But he only gets 2 on that play. Good coverage.
He's a good running back.
And we see over on the
Brought down
Camel
by
sideline,
Austin
the
Myers,
whole
number
offense is
45.
gathered up in a big group being
Be
coached
third
up
down and 7.
as they look to get ready to make our last push here in the fourth quarter and try and come back after leading for the entire first half. Or never trailing, I should say. It was 0-0 for quite a while until the field goal.
5 wide. Washington in motion. He'll hand it off to him. And he's tackled.
Off
They're
number
gonna mark
34
it
once again
at
is
the
Washington.
29, which is going to be just shy of a first down.
Yeah, he's short by about a yard,
Brought
and they're
down
going
by
to need the
Nick
big guys
Sauerbeck.
up front by both teams to come up big right here on this fourth down. The Camels
It'll be 4th down and 1.
just with 3 D linemen.
And the Camels playing for the run. It looks like they might have stopped
Oh,
it.
they stopped them. They stopped them.
Yes, they did.
Wow.
That'll be a turnover on downs. A huge stop for the
Carry
Camel
the left
defense.
side.
That's it. That was the best play of the game so far on the defense.
It's short of the first down yardage, and once again, the Campbell County
They'll
defense
look back at
holds.
that play. And we've seen some swings of momentum here tonight.
Big number 70, Shamar Wise, in the
Drew
center
Moore
net
running
pack for the
touchdown.
Camel
The
defense.
45-yard field goal.
It'll be 1st and
That
10
was the
for the
first
Camel
score of the game
offense.
for the Camels, and possibly that play right there. Defense and the entire Camel sideline fired up after that huge stop. The offense will come up, 10:31 to go here. They trail by 4, so field goal probably not going to help them right here. They're going to be looking for 6.
And if I'm the Camels, I'm running the ball the same way I did in the first half, chewing up the clock. If I have to get the ball back to the Colonels, I don't want them to have enough time to score. Avery Wood will look to pass to the out route on Zabonic, who makes a nice move. And
Pass
he's still
is
going.
complete. Number 83,
Wow.
Wood to Zabonic.
Zabonic is
Gets
just
the ball
having a
into Colonel
phenomenal game.
territory.
Yeah, Joe Radenhausen
Brought down by
has
number
just
12,
not been
Evan
able
Hick.
to cover Zabonic one-on-one, and you have to wonder what
And
they
that's
are
good enough
doing
for a
not
Campbell
to-
County
for the Colonels
first
not putting
down.
a safety over the top on Zabonic. That's
The
really
Colonels
been the
call
only
timeout.
way that the Camels
Both
been
ends,
able
we
to
have
move
a
the
winner
ball
of the
in the
split
air
the pot.
tonight. So they've got to put
Mr.
2
Colin
on Zabonic,
Weaver
otherwise the Campbels,
has
what's going to stop them from
come to the
doing
press
that?
box and
They've
claimed
run
his
that
prop.
10-yard out.
He was
and it's been
escorted out of the press
successful
box
all
by
night.
2 security guards. And I believe he has half of his college tuition. Congratulations, Colin.
Call a different defense. That's on you, bud. You're leaving you out there by
So
yourself.
Zabonic is just doing a great job of getting open tonight. Right here on Media Central TV, which is what you're watching.
The Media Central game of the week, right?
Yes. Pretty much every Camels home game is the Media Central game of the week. Because we are the home of the Campbell County Camels, as far as football and TV are concerned. And it's our honor and our privilege. So first down, Avery Wood with the quarterback keeper.
Avery
Goes
Wood
for
carries right side for Campbell County.
like 3 yards.
You gotta run your offense.
Campbell's looking to do a little bit of clock chewing here. The Colonel's D has
Brought
not
down on the play
had
by
to be
number
on the
50.
field very much. In fact,
Brandon
Campbell's
Bond,
recently
and
just
number
got
58,
their first
Colson
down.
Macklick. 3-yard pickup.
Here at the start of the fourth quarter.
So Avery Wood looking for the play. And it's another quarterback keeper. Doesn't get much on that one either.
Avery Wood carries for Campbell County. Takes the ball inside the 45
Third down.
to the 44.
The Colonels have been sure to put the safety help over on
And then
Zabonic
Johnson
when they've had
on the
to
tackle.
tonight, and this is another time
It'll be 3rd and 6.
as we're watching Noah Capel for Dixie Heights playing safety, and he is just shadowing Zabonic. Absolutely mirroring every move that he runs, and he's not even the cornerback guarding him, he's the safety, but they're keeping 2 over him. But Hess still single coverage up there. 3rd down, let's see what Camels do.
Showing blitz, and they are. And he throws a swing pass out to Morris, who was lit up.
Well, you called for that pass earlier in the game and said,
Pass is
hey, that
complete to
swing pass
Morris,
is there,
and
that
he
swing
is.
pass is there. And what they did is they knew Zabonic was
As
out
he
there.
catches the
2
ball.
people were going to be watching him. They ran the swing pass out
Number
from that
4,
side. It was too much of a lob,
Bradenhausen on the
and it
tackle.
just allowed the Dixie Heights defenders to just come in and smash the running back there on the catch. That was Brandon Morris. 4th down.
4th and 7, and they're going for
Yeah,
it.
the punting game just hasn't been exactly efficient tonight. Oh,
And they
Dixie
jump.
Heights jumps.
That'll make this 4th down a little bit more manageable for the Camels.
That was Brandon Bond there for Dixie Heights on the jump.
And you even saw him. He jumps and then he throws his head back like, oh no, I did it.
Now are they saying that it's possibly on Campbell County? I don't know, unless he drew him off with something illegal. I thought it was definitely on Dixie Heights, and the way he reacted, he thought it was on himself. We'll see what the call is here.
Yeah, from up here, it looked like it was pretty clearly.
Oh, it's going against Camels.
Wow.
Legal procedure against the offense. 5-yard penalty received.
Unless it was a fake or something illegal, you're allowed to fake them offsides, but it must have been something illegal or a slight movement that drew them offsides. You would think Hess is going to come out and punt here and not go for it on 4th and 12. They might put 3 guys on Zabonic here.
Might as well.
He might pooch it, but Hess is up top, one-on-one. Why not throw a bone down there to him and just see what you got?
I would have him run a slant.
Give him a chance, and Camels are now going to call a timeout, which you hate to see.
And
You
Campbell
always
County
want to keep your
calls timeout.
timeouts trailing
Hey,
here
fans,
in the fourth
NovaCare
quarter, but
Rehabilitation
with
is a
8:01
leader in
left to
physical
go, the Camels will
rehabilitation.
take one.
They're the
Big
exclusive
decision
provider
left
of
to go.
rehabilitation to the University of Cincinnati.
Honestly,
and over
if
15
I trust
high
my
schools.
line to give
From
my
football
quarterback
players
enough
to
time,
soccer moms, weekend warriors,
I'm going to have Hess
working professionals, injuries
run about
happen,
10
when they
yards
do,
and
let
then cut
NovaCare's team
straight
of
in.
professionals get you back into the action.
Yeah,
With
a
15
real
convenient
deep
locations
slant.
throughout
From that
Cincinnati and
formation that
Kentucky,
they were in, that
NovaCare
play should be
Max
open because it was
physical
just the
well-being.
single coverage
For a
up
center
top.
near you, visit
No safety help for Hess.
www.novacare.com.
and with no help in man-man coverage, it's almost impossible to defend that slant.
Fans on your way out of the
unless you're
stadium
right on
tonight,
top
be sure
of
to
them.
stop by and pick up a box or 2 of those
And Avery
delicious
Wood has
Krispy
been
Kreme
accurate
donuts
tonight
in support of Campbell County's
on
bowling
his
team.
throws, so you trust him here in this situation.
They're just $6 a box.
Really, as far as the punting game goes, Hess had the pretty deep punt that went out of bounds and then had the not-so-good one there in the third quarter. And now Hess is coming back, and then Dixie Heights are
Campbell
not
County, number 3, Nate
expecting
Hess.
the punt. There is nobody back for the Colonels. Now they'll send somebody back. Here's the punt back to Hess. He's got plenty of time.
There we go.
And there's down to the 10. He's going to let it go. It's going to take a Colonel bounce and covered up
And the punt from
by
Hess
the
is down.
Camels.
The number 40 of Campbell County, Jimmy Garland. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Colonels.
7:51 here to go in the fourth quarter. The Colonels looking out, trying to come out and drive the ball and chew up some clock. They have the lead. Only score here in the second half was a touchdown run by Drew Moore, who has both touchdowns tonight on the ground for the Colonels.
Fans, I've been advised by the concession stand that burgers are now $2 and hot dogs are only
if I'm the
$1.
Colonels,
How they last.
I'm
Thank you.
running run, run. I'm going to take a nap in between the plays to run the clock down. And Washington runs the ball, and he's met at the line.
And off right side, Washington brought down
From what
by
we see tonight,
Sauerbeck.
though, that's not Washington's game. His game is not the power run up the middle, take on the D lines and the big linebackers. His game is make those guys miss and bounce them out to the outside and
No
get
gain
them
on the
out
play.
in space.
Second down
where he
and
can do
10.
something with that speed and his agility. I'm surprised they didn't go with the fullback run if they were just going to run it up the middle there.
Yeah, Washington has really, really good footwork. You can just move from side to side like nobody's business, and he just slams that foot down and turns, and they're going to hand it to him on the outside here. And great Camel defense there. That was Robert
Washington
Metz
carries.
diving in there to bring him down.
Tackle on the play by
Campbell's
Campbell
going to stop him here. The
Robert
special
Metz.
teams, or the punting, I should say, the kicking game, the punting situations are not
It'll
the
be third
greatest
down
for
and 8.
either squad tonight. If they can force the Colonels into a punt, Camels might come back with the ball on the Colonels territory. Storm's coming.
Yeah, hopefully the Camels defense is the
Oh,
storm. And the ball
bad
gets away
snap.
from him.
Bad snap, ball still loose, and the Colonels got on it, but at the 5-yard line, Drew Moore went to go pick it up and decided to just fall on it instead smartly, because that was almost real
All the way back to
dangerous.
the
And now the
5-yard
Camels ought
line.
to have just beautiful field possession. They still need 4. How big was that extra point earlier, though? Because they're going to have to go for 6. You obviously can't get 4 here, but they're down by 4.
It'll be fourth down and
So they need a
22.
touchdown.
Right now, if I'm the Camels, I'm praying for a bad snap. That would help them out tremendously. So the punt is almost blocked, and it's like a line drive almost as Eli Matthews picks it up at the 40.
He's got some blockers and bounces it outside.
Good move there.
And he's still got
He's
room
still
to run.
got
He's
room.
going to the house.
Can he take it in?
And he
Got
gets it.
He's
Touchdown,
in.
Camels. Touchdown, Camels.
Wow.
Eli Matthews returns the punt for a touchdown. It's a whole new ball.
Yard return
bad.
into the end zone for Campbell County!
Unbelievable.
Touchdown!
And the Camel fans are all on their feet right now.
We just thought the Camels might come away with a good field possession. Never thought that
How
they would
about
just
that?
make it in for the score as their kicking team comes out to
Into
attempt the
the
extra
extra
point.
point for Campbell County.
Just some
Number
nice
2.
moves. Give a lot of credit to the blockers
Stewart,
on the plays.
Officer
They opened
Kennedy,
up some
his
good
holder.
lanes for him to run in.
It's Sabotic.
Good job by Eli Matthews finding those and taking it in.
The kick is up
He
and perfect. Good.
Extra point is good. 16-13. What a game we've had tonight.
5:43 left in the contest. Campbell County back on top. 16.
Showdown of the
13.
week.
Yeah, and they definitely hit the pick right on the money tonight, because this has been a back and forth battle. It's been a great game. How often do you see a punt return like that?
Oh, man. Well, it was a crazy punt to begin with. It was barely over some of the helmets of the guys. Just a low line drive punt that went probably about 30 yards in the air, then kind of took a nice bounce, because that ball could have bounced anywhere. We mentioned last week how football sometimes can bounce it any which way, and that ball bounced right to Eli Matthews, which gave him a nice head start. He had a couple blockers out in front of him, took it down the sideline, looked like a nice game, and just stayed tight, pumped it down, and nice
Kicking off
dive
for
into
Campbell
the end
County,
zone.
number 2, Stuart Canadian. Back deep, Braden Housen.
So special teams really been the name of the game. That's where a lot of the plays have
Battle of
come
Washington.
tonight, good and bad on both ends for both teams.
And if anything can shift the momentum in your favor, it's a defensive score or a special team score, because you don't expect to score on those plays. You expect to set yourself up on those plays.
They look for the little onside pooch kick.
The
That
pooch
went
kick
about
taken by the
25
Colonels.
And
Number
was returned
10.
for 5 yards by the Colonels, and now the Colonels
Christopher
set up
Rich.
at the 40. The thing is, though, the Colonels
Only
trail
spot
by
at the
3.
40-yard
You think,
line,
well, all
first
they
and
need to
10.
get is in field goal position. But we saw earlier, they're not really comfortable with their kicking game. So they might be looking for 6 or bust here.
So the Camels defense will have their strongest test of the night here as the Colonels come out and look to keep this game going. It's 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. The handoff to Washington.
Hold on.
They got pressure up the middle,
And they push him back, but he gets free.
Nobody over there.
As they finally shove him out of
Washington on
bounds
the
after a
carry.
5-yard gain. That Washington,
direction.
man, he just slips away.
Brought
He's
down on the
making
play
cuts,
by number 20, Dustin
making
Turner.
cuts while he's getting tackled. And well, at first it looked like there was an injured Colonel, but it's just someone getting some shoe tying assistance.
Well, you got good eyes there for a 25-year-old. You can spot that out.
I might be getting old, but I'm not getting that old.
Yeah, good pressure up the middle. The highs and lows of the game and highs and lows of a play sometimes. As it looked like the Camels had pressure and had to stop. Then almost gave up the big game by Washington.
So man in motion, but Moore will keep it.
Ball
And he
31.
busts out right. And he's
Wow, look
breaking
at that
free.
speed.
Eli Matthews has him by the arm and finally pulls him down.
Down to the
Number
25-yard
7.
line for the Colonels.
Drew Moore is
Just outside
taken
the
down
red
for a
zone.
nice gain. Way down to the 25.
He was at a different speed on that play as Moore just had
Brought
the
down by
long
Eli
stride
Matthews.
and was able to get past some of the Camels defenders.
Well, he is fast. And the way he breaks away from pursuing defenders is just ridiculous.
4:40 left to go here in the final quarter.
Gonna be
Colonels
1st
driving,
and
trying
10
to
for the
tie,
Colonels.
possibly take the lead here.
And he fakes the handoff. And that's Capel, who's finally brought down.
Number 36 on the reception.
Well, it looks like he was out of bounds further back.
Taken out of bounds by number 20, Turner.
They actually had two wide open receivers there, Capel and the tight end
1st
as
and 10,
well.
Colonels.
As now the Colonels driving down inside the red zone at the 14-yard line of the Camels.
So Moore keeps it.
Holding.
And he's down inside the 5 now, all the way
Drew
to
Moore around the left
the
side for the
3-yard
Colonels.
line. And the Camel
Brought
defender
down
on the play
by
just
Joe
got
Kramer.
pancaked.
Yeah, big test here for the D-line as some of the Camels defensive linemen seem to be a little tired and trying to get their breath under them as they got to come up with a stand here. You got to force Moore to put the ball in the air. Camels got to be selling out on the run here.
Washington in motion, the handoff. And he's trying to power forward, but doesn't get anything.
Sometimes when they've had to stop them, couldn't even let them get a yard earlier. They've done it, and they did it there as well. They'll have to do it a couple more times as we just have 2nd down and goal
Jamar Wise, number 70, and number
from
20,
the 2.5-yard line.
Turner on the stop.
And you got to kind of wonder here, you're about at where the extra point.
It'll be
kick
2nd
from.
and goal.
They might give the kicker a shot from here if they get stopped.
Moore eating up some more of that time and a false start when we called against Dixie Heights.
False start against the offense, 5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
So that'll make it 2nd and goal from the 7. And now they might have to look at another play other than that power
Just a
run that
reminder
they've been
that hot dogs
so
are $1,
successful
burgers
at.
are $2, and now pretzels are $1 on sale.
Washington is not in the game for the Colonels.
Fakes the handoff. It's a pass play. He's got a defender in the background. He almost slips and falls. He's got
They're all
3
over
guys,
him, and they
and
got
they
him.
sack him.
Wow, Campbell's with a huge
Number 7,
sack.
Drew Moore is
Take him
brought
all the way
down
down to the
about the
19-yard line.
Number 20,
Right in
Dustin
between the 18
Turner
and 19.
on the tackle.
Washington's on the sideline next to the coaches there, and he will now check into the game. Was not in on that play. When Washington has not been in tonight, it's basically been the Drew Moore show. So
It'll be
I'm
3rd
sure the
down.
Camels know that if they don't see Washington, it's probably being kept in the hands of Drew Moore. 3rd down, he's going to have to try and go for the pass tonight, or right here, as their kicking game has not been. They obviously don't have a lot of confidence in that. Big play. They got to get a chunk of yards, and we're going to have a flag.
Delay game against the Colonels.
And that's 5 more yards.
You do not see that very often. Colonel's coaching staff cannot be happy with that.
Well, the play clock in high school is only 24 seconds. Most high school stadiums don't have a play clock displayed, but the referees are surely keeping track, and they're passing as we all expected. He's got all day, and they bring him down, so it'll be 4th down.
Pass is complete.
That's a good solid play on both ends there. The Colonels had to get a chunk of yards. Drew Moore had to get something off.
Campbell County calls timeout.
Afford to have an incomplete pass there, and he gains solid yardage back up to, I believe, the 14-yard line is where the tackle was made. And for the Campbells, you couldn't have a penalty there. That the tackle on the play was nicely made. He didn't get the helmet or anything that would cause a penalty and give the Colonels a first down. So good solid play by the offense and the defense on that. And we are looking at our biggest play of the game coming up here for the Colonels. Drew Moore is walking around.
Just a moment. I'd like to give a big shout out
coming off. Let's see if they're going to try and attempt a field goal or if they're going to keep
who is 17 years old today. Happy birthday from your dad. Also,
it's going to be a tough choice.
My beautiful
and
bride,
for us, we just don't know the kicking situation well enough to give a suggestion. Obviously, or at least for me, at least, it would be field goal easy. If you got any sort of shot at making this field goal, you got to take it, because picking up a 4th and 14, you're basically relying on somebody slipping or a penalty, and Drew Moore is off the field. So here comes the kicker.
It'll be 4th and goal.
They didn't want him to kick a 27-yarder earlier. This one's going to be a 31 from the right hash to tie the game with 2:12 left to go.
And this is what it's all about. Friday night under the lights.
Number 8 into attempt an extra field goal.
Half their offensive line was still on the sideline.
Kick of 31 yards.
No timeout looks to be called from the Campbells, so we're here. Here we go.
It's up.
No good.
And it is no good.
The kick is wide left. No good.
And the Campbell side of the stadium is all standing. They've got their cowbells and their jugs with the coins in it. They are all fired up as the Camels look to take this one.
We're definitely in Kentucky.
Camels will begin this drive.
I'm from Norwood. We've got them too. They sell them at the
20-yard line. 1st and 10, Camel.
40 seconds.
But
anything that gets the crowd more into the game.
Oh, there's a flag on the play.
Support.
There's no Camels on the field, so it has to be.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against
I didn't
the
see
Colonels.
what happened. We were
I didn't either.
talking about cowbells and other things in the stands, so I apologize.
Well,
I'm not sure.
What it looked like happened is I assume a colonel might have said something that the referee didn't like.
That'll be a 15-yard penalty.
You just can't
Ball
do
will be
that.
spotted
You
at the
cannot do that in that
35-yard line.
situation.
1st
You're
and
already
10.
backed up
Campbell
in
County.
a tough spot. Down with 2:08 left to go, and you're down 3. You can't hurt your team worse.
Well,
Dixie.
Campbell County still has to get a first down to seal the deal. So if you stop them 3 in a row, you'll still have, a little bit of time to move down the field and try to get something. But
It's got to be 3 Avery Wood runs coming up here.
And off right side. Wood on a
First
keeper.
one goes for the 3-yard gain. No timeout so far from Dixie Heights. And when they look back on this game, if Dixie Heights does wind up losing this one, it's got to be a lot of the plays that they made against themselves tonight that cost them a possible chance at a victory here.
yeah, a lot of penalty yards. We don't have an exact number, but definitely more than you would want in a game. Of course, any is more than you would want in a game, but
I'd go around.
running out of time.
And they got
Need
the
to snap
delay
the ball,
game.
yeah.
And that's really not the worst thing in the world. A punt, really
That
isn't
game
going
against
to
the
kill you
Camels.
in this situation.
5-yard
the
penalty,
point of
repeat
it is
second
the
down.
clock is your friend, and if you got to eat it all up and bite a 5-yard penalty, I understand why. If the Camels did that intentionally, I completely understand why they would.
No, they don't he'll have a miracle play. I mean, that's what you got to play for. Even if we don't
So
get
we'll
the
see.
first, he can stop it. And then I can now
To
I can
choose.
run it down to,
We're all assuming run here.
now I can run it down to about 15 seconds.
One time left.
And he's gonna
Timeout left for the
throw the
Colonels.
ball.
He's throwing it.
And
Oh!
I don't
There he was. Chance to
Necessarily
be a hero and get us started.
agree with that. I mean, if he would have caught it, that's the first down that they needed, and that's pretty much game over.
Well, they ran the out
Quick
route
pass
on the
intended
play
for
to Hess.
Hess,
It
incomplete.
was pretty
Third
closely
down.
guarded, much better than what we've seen for most of the game, but still the ball hit him in his hands. And unfortunately, just one of those nights that Nate Hess will be glad to forget.
Yes, especially if they pull out the win here, you know, you just go,
Team game.
team game.
Third down. To me, you run the ball here and force them to use their timeout and trust your defense.
And he's going to pass again. And he throws a screen to Zabonic. Zabonic looks like he could have the first down.
Oh, nice tackle at the side. He stopped him short.
Man, oh man. And now,
Ethan Harrison possibly on that tackle. I want to give credit to the right player there for Dixie Heights,
Pass is
because that
complete
was
to
a
Zabonic.
great,
Driven out of bounds.
great
Only about
play.
a
Saved
yard
it, saved the
shy of
game
first
so
down.
far for Dixie Heights.
so what are they going to do here?
To me, if you trust your punt team coverage, you punt it and force Dixie Heights to make a play. If you turn the ball over
Fourth
here
and
and
one.
don't pick it up, you're giving them good field possession. But this can be an Avery Wood keeper possibly here. They're staying on offense. Or are they just going to try and draw them off sides and then go for the punt?
Yep, that's what they did, and they're going to call the timeout now. And they'll probably punt the ball.
And Campbell County calls
I was kind
timeout.
of caught off guard that they were looking to line up and give them
That is their final
potential good field
timeout of the
possession
second
if they
half.
didn't get it there on 4th and 1.
Hey fans, while we have just a moment,
Still
let's give a
minutes
big
to
round of
go.
applause to the Colonel
Questionable call
cheerleaders
there
and
on
the Campbell
second
County
down
cheerleaders. Great
as
job
they
tonight,
went for
girls.
the pass on the out route to Hess, and it just went off his hands.
As you leave the stadium tonight, we would certainly appreciate your help by depositing your trash
Another
in
beautiful
the
night here
receptacles around the
at
stadium.
Campbell
Thank
County
you.
High School. Beautiful weather. We've been lucky here the past couple of weeks. Just really can't complain. Doesn't feel like much like fall. A little bit
As you
more
leave the
here
game tonight,
into
our
the
goal is
evening,
for your
but
team to arrive home safely. The Kentucky State Police.
Again, come on out if
I'd
you
like
get
to
a chance
remind
to
you
come
to
watch
be on
the
the defense
Camels.
and not
They're
commit
a
an
good,
offense.
solid
Please buckle
football
up,
team.
observe
They're
the
going to
speed
have
limit,
a
and
fun
don't
run
drink
here
and
towards
drive.
the end of the
Remember to
season
always
and into
drive
the
like your life
playoffs.
depends on it, because it really
Yeah,
does.
and they're playing for
Thank
home,
you and have a
home
great
field
evening. Announcing
advantage
the
for the
Kentucky
playoffs.
State
So
Police.
that's always a big deal.
4th and 1.
And if they do get home field advantage, you know Media Central will be right here covering it.
4th and 1, pooch punt possibly.
He's punting it, nobody's back.
Oh,
Great.
beautiful punt. If they're able to down that thing, wow.
Beautiful.
job.
You couldn't
What a
ask.
job.
Good job. You couldn't ask.
Man, the special teams tonight. Now, minus a couple thank you very much punts.
And the punt from Avery Wood.
The special teams has been the story of
Goes
the
all the way
game.
down inside the 10-yard line.
It's funny to think about as many plays as Avery Wood's made tonight on the ground and just throws to Zabonic. The best
As it is
play
a
of
great
the
honor
game
to announce that
might have just
Newsweek
been that
magazine
pooch
has listed
I
Campbell
would
County
agree
High School as one of the
100%.
best public high schools in the nation based on its strong academic and advanced placement programs. It's a great day to be a Camel.
Just under a minute here to go, and the Colonels will have to go the length of the field pretty much, as they're going to reset the clock and put 1 minute back on the.
Ooh, I don't like it. They got trips and we don't have a third guy over here. 13 needs to get his ass over here. 3. There you go. 1-on-1. I need another back.
Well, there's
on
some
this side.
issues with the play clock right now. They're trying to set it properly, and
Another
looks
back
like they
over here.
might have it now.
That's what you got to do, home field advantage. You just pretend like, sorry, ref, I can't see what you're holding up.
Yeah, what is that?
You're trying to add time. They got the deep bomb, but they do it down the sideline.
It's covered. Oh, almost
Nice.
intercepted.
Good
The pass from
defense
Drew Moore.
right there.
Sean Brown
Intended
became
for
the
number
defender
15,
on that
Sean
play,
Brown.
as it was
Broken up and
almost
incomplete by
intercepted
number 26,
by David Gaskin.
Gaskin.
Yeah, he knew that play was coming and stayed with it stride for stride. And actually the ball, like you said, looked like it was intended more for Gaskins on that play. And he broke it up. Still, it's got to make you a little nervous there. Campbell County might want to move that safety back just a little bit further, prevent any more deep attempts, because you figure that's what Moore's going to do here with the trips, roll out right and maybe go for the bomb.
Yeah, they've got a bunch formation, and they might want to watch the wide receiver screen or any various number of trick plays they could run with that kind of formation.
And Moore's going to try and run it, and if they tackle him inbounds, you got to question that.
Drew Moore carries left side,
and
Colonels call timeout. That is
it took a shot. I was hoping that we'd have a play
half.
similar to the one we had in the first half where Moore was able to scamper down the field and take it in
the
for
play by
6.
Joe Kramer, number 33.
45 seconds
And Patrick,
to go. You were watching
not in my
Campbell
backyard,
County Media Central,
Berkemeyer.
home of the Campbell County Camels, and they are looking to pull off a tough one here.
It's 3rd down and 7 to go, but that's not as important as the fact that the Colonels got to get all the way down and basically get into the end zone, with especially the way the kicking game has gone for them tonight. 16-13, Camels on top. It's been a great game tonight. We're fortunate to have been out here and covered it on a beautiful night for high school football.
And what a huge district win this would be for Campbell County.
Absolutely. Giving Dixie Heights their 2nd loss on the year. Fans are getting into it, trying to get the Camels. They get 2 more stops here.
3rd down.
Stop them 2 more downs without getting the 1st down. This thing's over. Washington's on the sideline. I might like to have him on the field for the Colonels.
He doesn't have anything. There's a Camel defender, and he throws this ball away.
And the pass by Drew Moore is out of bounds, incomplete.
4th down coming up for the Colonels.
Fantasy Complete Wireless Complete fans of the game tonight are first for Dixie. Mr. Josh Morgan receiving a $25 gift card to Complete Wireless, and for Campbell County also a $25 gift card to Amanda Cartwright for dressing up and showing your school spirit. Congratulations.
38 seconds to go here on Media Central Sports presentation of Campbell County football. Man, this might have been the most fun game I have
It'll be
ever
4th and 6.
Yeah, it's just been a great one to be at and cover, and it's not over. 38 seconds to go. We might have celebration one way or the other right after this play.
Fakes the handoff. He's looking.
Run for it. He's got the 1st down, but
he fires a bomb out, and it is broken up.
Drop. And the Camels will take over and will win the game. Washington was the one who the ball was intended for. And I think he had a real shot at it.
Good job, defense.
About a 50-yard throw, and Washington had the ball pretty much hit him in the hands. It was
Fans, at this time I'd like to
guarded there
announce
by
the
the
Jolly
Camels
Plumbing
defender.
players of the game. First,
knock it up a little bit.
for the Dixie Heights Colonels.
Dixie Heights nearly
Number
had a shot
7,
at it.
Drew
Washington
Moore.
coming all the way out from the
Congratulations,
field,
Drew, on a great
50
game.
yards down the field.
And
Nearly
for the
came
Fighting
up with that
Camels of Campbell
reception.
County, the entire Camel
That was
defense.
a really good play by
Congratulations.
Jordan Mason for the Camels. And we look to see the Camels come out in the victory formation. They'll take a knee, and that will run the rest of the clock down.
Again, just a nice solid win for the Camels. Just completely different game than what they played last week. They struggled a little bit in the 3rd quarter. But other than that, tonight, they got to feel good about the way that they played.
Yeah, great game by the Camels. Defense,
And that'll be the final play of tonight's
But our
contest.
player of
Hey,
the
fans,
game,
let's give
at least for me,
both
was
teams
Eli
a
Matthews.
big round of applause.
That punt return
For
was
game
a
well
game
played.
changer
Very
if I ever
entertaining.
saw one.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, if he doesn't score that touchdown on that punt return, it's a very different situation here.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes to just pick one. That play definitely, as you said, was the key to the game and changed the game. A couple other guys that played real solid tonight, obviously Avery Wood, quarterback, and Zabonic had several nice little just 10-yard outrun patterns, and sometimes those don't show up huge in the box score, but they were really at crucial times, a lot of third down. So really a complete team effort. The guys here at Campbell County gave their players of the game to the entire Campbell County defense, and you can understand why they did that. I remember back to the 4th down and 1 stop that they had over here, which was a crucial key to victory tonight for the Camels, winning 16-13.
So a huge win for the Camels here tonight as they dropped the Dixie Heights Colonels, and huge district win. But that's all we've got here at Campbell County Media Central. We appreciate you watching.
Happy birthday, Mr. Kevin Slater.
Oh man, thank you so much. A beautiful present from the Camels defense. And yeah, you've been watching Campbell County Media Central. I am Kevin Sluter.
And I am Doug Bagley.
Good night.